Now your feet for the fight song.
Into tonight's broadcast of Spencer Tiger football, Tiger postseason football in Class 3A, the second round of the playoffs, and the Tigers hosting the Humboldt Wildcats tonight at Dale Norton Field in Spencer. Spencer is 5-2 overall, 4-1 in district. The Tigers finished this season. Humboldt is 5-2 overall and 4-1 in district play in class district number 2 for the Humboldt Wildcats, and the Wildcats actually finished at 5-3. And I actually had the district record written down wrong, too. 2-3 for Humboldt in district football in district number 2 this year. And the Spencer Tigers tonight hosting the Humboldt Wildcats in the second round of the postseason after a week off last week. I'm Mark Magnuson. Lucas DeWitt joining me here in the booth tonight. Lucas talked about it with Coach Ty, but Spencer has not been in this situation where they've had a bye week in season like this. A little bit odd. What have you gained from what the Tigers were able to do this week in practice?
Well, I think, first of all, get healthy. I mean, I think that's the big one first and foremost, to get healthy, and it gives you an extra week of preparation.
Yeah, the Spencer Tigers hopefully getting healthy, getting everything in order for this postseason game tonight, as the Humboldt Wildcats are already on the field on the opposite side, and we're waiting for the Tigers to run out here shortly as they are going through their final talks in the locker room, getting ramped up for this one between the Tigers and the Wildcats. And now we start to hear some of the music in the background as the Tigers will run out onto the field. Obviously, much cooler temperatures here tonight probably than any game this season. I would say the game at Lamar's was really the only game where the weather impacted in a negative sense so far this year, and the Tigers were not affected in that one. I think here tonight the weather will play a factor a little bit, but it's probably going to affect Humboldt's passing game more than anything.
Yeah, I would think with the wind and with the cold temperatures, I mean, we're going to drop down in the low 20s here by halfway through the game, and just with the wind chill right now, it's 18. So it's a cool night for sure.
It is a cool night. The Spencer Tigers run out onto the field in their gold pants, purple uniforms, and gold helmets. The Humboldt Wildcats waiting on the opposite sideline in the blue pants, the white jerseys, and the blue helmets. National anthem going to be played now. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups for the Tigers and the Wildcats here on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
Hi, this is Kirsten with Mid-States Builders. We at Mid-States want to see our area prosper. Our employees
sign up for our bank payment plan and have the amount due taken out automatically on the due date. Put your payment in the mail. Use the drop box in front of our office. Make a payment online through our website or mobile app. Utility customers can make a payment by phone. Our payment window is also open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. As a reminder, until we have our billing systems completely integrated, we aren't able to take your communication payment by phone. If you have questions on what might be best for you, or if you need assistance setting up a different payment method, feel free to give our customer service a call at 580-5800.
Spencer Municipal Utilities. We keep you connected to your world.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid
knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Experience the difference today.
National anthem just wrapping up here at Dale Norton Field in Spencer, and both teams heading to their respective benches as we get ready for the coin toss here tonight. Tonight, the Humboldt Wildcats will feature an outstanding quarterback in Kaden Matson. And Lucas, when you look at Kaden Matson, you got to talk about some of the numbers he's put up this year. The most all-purpose yards in Class 3A with 2,410 total yards. 5th most rushing touchdowns with 16, and he has the 3rd most total touchdowns in Class 3A with 27. He does it all for this Humboldt team, running, passing. We heard his coach, Elman, talking about the job he's done, and really could not give him too many more kind words than Coach Elman was offering in the pregame interview. He just loves the job he's done this season.
Yeah, he really does, and he runs the show. He makes a lot of decisions on those quick RPOs, run or pass option that he has, and anybody that is basically carrying 90% of your total yardage approximately that's unheard of, Mark.
And I'm glad you brought that up because, scarily enough, I did some number crunching today, which is always a little bit dangerous, but luckily I have the backing of a Spencer Schools education to power me through. But you mentioned the amount of yardage gained by a team as Javi Mendez, the captain for the Spencer Tigers, heads out to midfield for the coin toss with the lone captain Gabe Goodell for the Humboldt Wildcats, but went through and kind of added up the amount of yardage that Matson has his hand in, either passing or throwing, and it's 87% of the team total, which is kind of crazy because, and we're hearing the announcement the Tigers will receive the kickoff here to start things tonight, but thinking about some other games the Tigers have played, Boyd and Hull Rock Valley, it felt like running back Cody Noble had the football in his hands all the time on all those direct snaps. He's 42% of his team offense. The Bishop Ealing Crusaders quarterback Nathan Favors, we see him with the football in his hands all the time throughout that game. In your mind you're thinking, well, he's got to be 80, 85% of the team yardage. He's 61% of the team yardage accounted for. So Kaden Matson, it really starts and ends with him on the offensive side of the football.
Yeah, and in addition to that, he's a punt return, kick return guy too, so that adds some additional
Play
all-purpose
safety.
yards. Yeah,
Also.
and some interception, total yards that way. But even so, that's an unbelievable statistic.
All right, it's time now for our starting lineups for the Spencer Tigers, and since the Tigers will have the football first, let's take a look at the starting offense for the Tigers. Up front, it will be Drew Huff at the center position, Brogan Sire and Javi Mendez at guard, Ethan Hyder and Maverick Warburton at tackle, Evan Schmidt at end, Carter Petzenhauser wide receiver in the backfield, Jack DeWitt at quarterback. We'll see Kenny Rash has been limited. We'll see how much Kenny we see tonight in the backfield joining Jack DeWitt, also Titan Coleman and John Nissen. And the Humboldt Wildcats have it teed up. We are ready to go from Dale Norton Field in Spencer. 6:58 kickoff here tonight. And we are underway, and it's a short squib kick. And the Tigers will watch the ball squirm to the sideline and go out of bounds. And that is a good way to start things off for the Tigers in the special teams area as the Tigers get good field position to begin with.
Yeah, just kicked it right out of bounds. I was afraid one of our guys had got a hand on it. Nope. Went on out, so Tigers good field position here to start.
That was a really good eye by Mikey Jordan. He saw that ball was taking a side-winding turn, and he let it roll out of bounds. So the Tigers will take over at the 35 with the starting lineup that we just mentioned, and it is actually Carter Petzenhauser who starts at the slot back position instead of Kenny Rash, and also Mikey Jordan is on the C-back side.
And that moves Caden Klein into the tight end on the far side.
And I saw Caden, he's wearing number 40 tonight.
Caleb Klein.
So the Tigers to the line of scrimmage for the first play. Jack DeWitt through the right side on the quarterback follow and gets a great push on first down. And the Tigers will have a 7-yard gain. Lucas, that is a great sign on first down.
Yeah, quarterback follow faked it to Johnny Nissen up the middle. And, they're going to key on a B-back like John. He tore him up last year. He had a great game against Humboldt last year, and so they know what he can do, trying to take him out of the offense early.
John injured his ankle in the Boyd and Hull Rock Valley game. Now has had a couple of weeks. Has he come back and practice okay?
Yeah, I think he's probably about 100%.
2nd down and 3. Tigers run it to the left side this time. Nissen through the hole, and he's got a big one. John is into the secondary, and he's going to score. John Nissen down the left hash mark all the way. No one close to him. And that is an easy touchdown for the Spencer Tigers as the Red Sea parts. And John Nissen takes it 58 yards for the touchdown, and I'm not sure he was touched.
Yeah, I don't think he was either. I think he showed right there that, yep, he's 100% there. As you saw his breakaway speed once he got past the initial line of scrimmage. And again, credit that Tiger offensive line all year opening up holes. John just needs a crease. He got to pay dirt.
Nice assessment on that ankle. Assistant athletic trainer Lucas DeWitt up here in the booth. Ian Youngdahl to kick the extra point for the Tigers. Carter Petzenhauser will be on the hold. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is no good. Ian pushed it to the left, had plenty of distance, but just a little bit of a sidewinding swerve, and the Spencer Tigers lead 6-0 early, 11:18 left to play in the first quarter on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
Follow the Spencer Tigers. New for 2020, tune in for select Spencer Tiger home events on the Spencer Channel 3, live on Spencer Municipal Utilities cable service, or online on the Spencer Channel 3 YouTube channel. Spencer Tiger home events will also be rebroadcast on the Spencer Channel 3 this fall. For a schedule of when they will air, visit our website at smunet.net. Go Tigers from all of us at Spencer Municipal Utilities.
Kicking off with the Tigers, number 13, Ian Youngdahl.
Two offensive plays, and the Spencer Tigers lead the Humboldt Wildcats 6-0 here at Dale Norton Field in Spencer. The extra point no good from Tiger kicker Ian Youngdahl, the lone blemish on that quick scoring drive. And now the Tigers will kick it away with Ian Youngdahl teeing it up at the 40. He goes for the squib kick, and it is fielded by one of the up men for for Humboldt. And the Wildcats will have a good return, bring it out to the 38 as the Tigers play it safe on the kick return, and Humboldt able to find the football quickly and get positive yards.
Yeah, Ian was trying to keep it from going to the deep man, kicked it low, and he was also kicking into a wind there. I think he was a little shocked it didn't go further, but nonetheless, Humboldt starts 38.
So now we get our first look at the yardage leader in Class 3A, Kaden Matson for the Humboldt Wildcats. He will spread two receivers to his left, one back in the backfield, Jordan Jensen joining him in the shotgun. And Matson will keep the football after he fakes the handoff, and the straight-ahead run is stopped for a short gain. And there is Cadence Hoffmeyer on the tackle, solo stop after a gain of 1. And I like to say it quite often, Cadence is not afraid to set the tone early with his hitting.
You know, he's just instinctive. I mean, he comes up so quick, feels the gaps, did a super job there. See, tonight I didn't know who's going to start in the secondary. See, Campbell Wessels is going to start there. Evan Johnson's up in the strong safety.
Christian Hookfin, the other corner for the Tigers on the far side. Matson awaits in the shotgun, gets the snap, fakes the handoff again. This time he's going to throw down the sideline, has a man, and the catch is made in the secondary inside the 30, all the way down to about the 20-yard line. It will be a gain of 29 yards on the pass over the top to the Humboldt wide receiver Jacob Heyer.
Yeah, they're running that RPO fake like they're going to run, but he just pulled it out, and he threw just a dot route right to the sideline, ran fade to the corner. And he got behind Christian Hookfin, was able to pull it in. Nice catch, nice throw.
And I didn't see if Heyer with the route lulled him asleep a little bit, but he took off down the sideline, got behind. Here's a first down and 10 from the 20 for Humboldt. It's a little bit of an end around coming to the right side. Nazir Evans with the carry. And the Tigers do a solid job of staying at home as Evan Johnson helps to make the stop. It's a gain of 4 for Evans.
Campbell Wessels came up, forced him back inside. Evan Johnson came over with the tackle. Evan Johnson, nice job. Defensive ends, you got Hyder and Brogan. I think those two are going to be key guys here tonight of keeping that contained on those RPOs.
And also the quarterback running the football extremely well. The defensive ends trying to keep him caged in. Twin receivers to the left. Matson is in the shotgun with Jensen. Gets the snap. He will fake the handoff. Now pump fake on the throw. Will rush it through the middle. Takes some big hits, but is able to get forward for positive yardage inside the 10 all the way down to the 9-yard line. A gain of 7. And enough to move the chains for a first down.
Yeah, you saw that it was his first choice wasn't there with the pass. Decided to pull it in and then literally just found a gap and ran.
And there's a lot of moving parts because there was also a fake handoff before that. So really it's fake handoff, then look to see if he wants to make the pass. That's not there, and then you have the third option of running. Shows why he's able to accumulate as many yards as he has this season. Again, twin split wide left. It's first and goal to go from the 9-yard line for Humboldt. The Wildcats trail by 6. Direct run to the left side for Matson. Tigers string it out well, and Matson will go nowhere as he cannot get around the end of the left side of the line of scrimmage. And there is one of those Tiger defensive ends making a big difference that time. It was Brogan Sire who just sat down and refused to be moved.
Yeah, they kind of went away from their strength there. More on the right, actually ran it to the left, and you could see Brogan wasn't going to let him get to the outside. He tried to fight back inside, and Huckfelt was there. Linebackers float as well as Leininger at the line, able to stop him, bringing up 2nd and 9 here. 9 to go for the goal.
So now the receivers switch to the right side of the field. Football is in between the hash marks in the middle of the field. Man in motion. He will get the handoff right to left on the jet sweep. Now cuts upfield inside the 5. Tripped up finally by the Spencer Tigers, as the carry that time for the Humboldt Wildcats comes from Will Orness, sophomore wide receiver, on the carry, a gain of about 7 yards. Got it down to the 1, essentially 1.5 yard line.
Yeah, just end around. I believe it was Ellis that came up finally from his free safety position to trip him up, but he got the corner, showed his speed.
So 3rd and goal to go from the 2 yard line for the Humboldt Wildcats. Staying in the shotgun is Matson. He'll run it straight ahead on the quarterback ISO, and he is stonewalled. The Tigers are there and making the stop, and he will go nowhere. He might have even lost a little bit of yardage. And Lucas, you could tell that time some very small steps. He was not used to seeing his offensive line push back like that.
Yeah, he was surprised. There was nowhere to go. It was quarterback sneak, quarterback keep up the middle all the way, and it was just stopped. And they're going to go in 4-down territory. Playoffs, and nothing to lose.
This is a terrifying proposition with a do-it-all quarterback, but he will be in the I formation and is going under center. So Matson, under center, gets the snap. Quarterback sneak, tries to push the pile, and this time does get the push, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. The Wildcats tie it up on the scoreboard with 7:01 left to play in the first quarter. It is 6-6 our score, and in a game with 2 very good kickers involved, we get to see our second kicker of the night, Max Mason, for the Humboldt Wildcats, who is onto the field now to attempt the extra point.
Yeah, I watched him in warm-ups. He has quite a leg, really good kicker.
Jacob Heyer, who had that big catch on the first drive, will be the holder. And now Max Mason awaits the snap from his long snapper. Everybody set. Heyer gets confirmation from Mason. Good snap. The hold is down. Good pressure, and the Tigers get the block. Block off the edge for the Spencer Tigers. What a great job coming off the edge, laying out and getting the block. Campbell Wessels, the Tiger sophomore.
That was a great play by Campbell. Just showed his speed off the edge, laid out like you should. And that's a huge play, keeping it tied up 6-6.
And I don't know if there was something funny there or not from Humboldt, but they took a long time before the snap. I'm not sure what exactly happened, if the timing was off there or not, but a great job by Campbell, screaming off the edge, gets the block. We are tied 6-6 our score. 7:01 left to play first quarter here on KICD Radio.
At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we keep you connected. After a long day at work using our internet service for your business needs, we know you expect the same service at home. When everyone gets home and is using their devices while waiting for dinner, or online while winding down at the end of the day. At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we are keeping you connected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We keep you connected to your world.
Another short kick from the Humboldt Wildcats. Mikey Jordan will field it on the bounce, bobbles it momentarily, but picks it up and is pushed out of bounds at the 33. And that's where the Spencer Tigers will take over offensively for the second time in the game after a very quick scoring series the first time out. Lucas, how long did that first series take for the Tigers?
Yeah.
It had to be 30 seconds.
Yeah, it was officially on the clock 42 seconds, 2 plays, 65 yards, John Nissen 58-yard run, and then Humboldt followed up with an 8-play, 62-yard drive, taking 4:08 off the clock to tie it up 6-6 on a Madden 1-yard run.
1st and 10 for the Tiger offense from the 33. Jack DeWitt will run the option to the left side, keeping the football, and Jack is able to burrow forward for about 2, and it will be 2nd down and 8 now for the Tiger offense.
Yeah, Tigers running back to the left side. Had good luck with Johnny breaking the last time he went left.
And behind the Tiger left side of the offensive line, Brogan Sire at that left guard spot, Maverick Warburton at left tackle, and then you have Evan Schmidt out there as a blocking tight end.
And our nasty set.
Tigers staying in tight this time. Mikey Jordan goes in motion. Handoff to John Nissen through the middle. John weaving his way through tacklers and is finally ripped down as the tackler had him by the arm, and it was Ben Keenast, the big defensive lineman for Humboldt, who brings down John after a gain of 7, and it will be 3rd and 1.
Yeah, Keenast just held on for dear life as Johnny. That was all that was keeping him from really breaking it. It took a long time for Wildcats to come up and bring him down. 3rd and short here for the Tigers.
Keenast, 6'7", 245-pound junior. Spencer Tigers to the line for this 3rd and 1. Running option left side. John Nissen through the hole. Big hit as he continues to run, and he crosses the 50 and is out to the 48-yard line of the Humboldt Wildcats. after a gain of 10.
You see that, though, Mark. I mean, great running downfield. You had Hyder on one side. You had Javi down there as well, looking for guys to block.
John Nissen, 3 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown here in the opening minutes of the first quarter. 5:42 left to play in the first. Tigers and Wildcats all knotted up 6 points apiece. Tigers taking a little bit more time coming to the line of scrimmage here as Jack DeWitt goes under center, gets the snap. Hands it off to John Nissen, left side on the veer. John powering through would-be tacklers and is finally stopped, but not before a first down carry and a gain of 11.
Wow, you just saw John Nissen in prime form there. I mean, he's not going to go down on first contact, and he just ran through guys. Humboldt's running a 4-4 right now, kind of leaving the center uncovered. Get the attack to the outside in the end. John, all kinds of space before he gets hit.
And as good of a job as John's doing, and he is running hard, Humboldt's having some tackling problems right now. First down and 10 for the Tigers inside the 39 of Humboldt. Spencer in tight in the nasty formation, and a flag flies to blow the play dead.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
On first down. Generally get the feeling off. Defensive offsides is the call. I was just about to say, when you get those pre-snap penalties like that, it's almost always against the offense.
Absolutely.
But not in this instance.
And they blew it before the snap, and so the Tigers were going to run veer to the right there is what it appeared to be. But they'll take 1st and 5. I wonder if they'll change their play call here, knowing that they're ahead on the chains.
Tigers stay in tight in the nasty formation. Humboldt responds with everybody up near the line of scrimmage. Tigers go under center. Another flag thrown as the play is blown dead.
I think that one's going to be on us. Maybe not. They just line it.
Defensive offsides again. Back-to-back plays for Humboldt. And right away, the side judge, he's spotting it.
Yeah, he's got his hand out and he's pointing that direction. And it's just weird because it's right on our snap. And again, we're going to run veer to the right side, liking what we're seeing attacking the defensive end.
Love to see the Tigers come out and go on 2 here just to continue to mess with the Wildcat front.
You know, if you can take 10 free yards on 2 penalties from just lining up offsides, you got to take advantage of those mental errors of the Wildcats.
So now the Tigers at the 29 of Humboldt for a 1st and 10. Handoff to John Nissen on the right side, and John this time is swallowed up near the line of scrimmage, does fall forward, and picks up a couple.
Yeah, you're setting that up to get to the outside. You've got Carter Petzenhauser as one of the faster kids you're going to find who'll be out there as the pitch man, and so getting that set up, get it to the outside, bring it up 2nd and 8 here.
And we might see that very shortly here. Carter is lined up on the left side of the formation as the A-back on the left hash mark currently, and the Tigers have that whole far side of the field to run to. Spencer will run it left this time. Jack makes the pitch to Mikey Jordan. Mikey cuts inside, breaks 1 tackle, and gets a first down and falls inside the red zone. And the Tigers are cooking once again down to the 17-yard line, a gain of 10.
Yeah, nice option run to the left there. Good fake on the read. Good pitch. Quarterback to Mikey. Secured it. First down, Tigers.
6:39 left to play first quarter. Tigers on the move for the second time tonight. 3:36. I got my numbers mixed up. 6-6 our score. And the Spencer Tigers in the red zone for the second time tonight. Jack DeWitt gets the snap, running right, has Carter as his pitchman, will keep the football, tries to cut inside, and the football got ripped out and is loose. Did the Humboldt Wildcats fall on it? They were closest to it, and they have it. Humboldt will get the football back after the Tiger fumble at about the 16-yard line is where the Humboldt offense will get the ball.
Yeah, it's a tough turnover as you're going right. Saw some room there. I think that's one, obviously, you'd like to have back to get the pitch out there to Carter and go. Stripped it from him. Stops the Tigers in the red zone.
3:16 left to play first quarter. Spencer 6, Humboldt Wildcats 6. You're listening to Spencer Tiger Football on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm going to miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. Go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
The Spencer Channel 3 is online. Check it out. With Channel 3 Online, you can watch community and school programming, original shows, local cultural events on demand right from your computer, tablet, or smartphone. Access to Channel 3 online comes free with your SMU cable subscription. Get started with Channel 3 online today. Visit smunet.net for a direct link. Your favorite local programs are only a click away.
Of the night, but still a lot of good signs from the Tiger offense. Points.
Yeah, it was a good drive. I'm just marching out Will, picking up chunks here and there, and that is a good sign. And now puts our defense back on the field after giving up a touchdown last time. See if they can get a stop. They at times they looked real good. Just the big pass play they gave up got them out of position, and we'll see how they respond here.
Yeah, I'm not sure you change anything drastically from the defensive side of the football that the Tigers were trying earlier on the first drive. Humboldt comes out with a tight formation, one receiver. Twins actually split to the left side. Football's on the left hash mark. They will run the running play to the left side after a fake from Matson. He faked the pop pass ahead to the man who came in motion, and Matson runs it to the left side for 3 yards after a lot of window dressing.
Yeah, you mentioned the window dressing. It's true. I mean, as you said, I think it's a great way to describe just a lot of moving parts to account for. You usually have an end around, you usually have a fake the middle, you have the fake pass, and then you have a quarterback that can just finish the run.
2nd down and 8 now for the Humboldt offense at the 19 of the Wildcats. 3 receivers in formation. Matson in the shotgun. He will hand it off this time to Jordan Jetson, left side, and he gets through the hole, and he's into the secondary as the Tigers make the stop at the 32. Jordan Jensen with a gain of 13, and that, I think, is an instance of the Tigers keying so much on Kaden Matson that when he does hand it off, catches you off guard just a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's true. Jensen's their second leading rusher on the team, and it's plays like that where he's got some good speed to the outside, able to take advantage of him keen on the quarterback, picks up a first down.
And watching that play develop, you saw everybody go a step with the quarterback, Matson, and that allows Jensen to get a head of steam the other way. 1st down and 10 now for the Humboldt offense. Fake the handoff. Matson will run it straight ahead and has no running room. He's brought down after a short gain of about 1. Tigers were ready for that, and Matson a little bit slow back to his feet, helped up by the Tiger tacklers.
Yeah, you saw Ethan Hyder pinch down there from his end position, Leininger in the middle, and linebackers coming up and helping finish him off.
Right now, the Humboldt offense looks more comfortable on the perimeter. I'm not sure they're going to have a lot of success tonight against that Tiger front running Matson between the tackles. Right now, the Wildcats will split twins to the right side. They're outside the hash mark. Football's on the left hash. Matson in the shotgun, gets the snap, rolling to his right, looking downfield. Still holding on to the football. Now he's going to run, has the sideline, and gets out of bounds as the Tigers get there with Kenny Rash and Titan Coleman. And enough for the first down, a gain of 9 for the quarterback Matson.
Yeah, he's just quick enough that when he gets out there on the edge, and you got to maintain your responsibilities to the flat for passing, and then he can just tuck it down in the last second and pick up some big yards.
We mentioned Ben Keenast is 6'7", and when he's in the huddle, he's a full helmet taller than everyone else out there. So I think that's a legitimate listing in the program from the Humboldt football program as Matson sends his team to the line of scrimmage. Everybody spread out. 6-6 our score late first quarter. High snap fielded by Matson. Fakes the handoff, runs it straight ahead. This time does find some success as he weaves past a couple of Tiger tacklers, and he's finally corralled and brought down by 3 or 4 Spencer Tigers. Campbell Wessels, Cadence Hoffmeyer, Brogan Sire after gain of 5.
Yeah, he's picking up just 5 on just simple plays, and the Tigers good pursuit there. Good team tackling, but not till after he gets it up to the 48.
And Kaden Matson, his 8th carry of the first quarter. He's on pace for 32 carries here tonight. Not a surprise by any means, and we've already seen him complete a 29-yard pass down the sideline as well. Now he's 2nd down and 5 nearing midfield. Sends a man in motion left to right. Now gets the snap, rolling out to his right. Makes the throw near the sideline. Goodell with the catch, and now Gabe Goodell able to evade Carter Petznow. Finally wrapped up by Carter inside the Tiger 40, and that will be a gain of, depending on where they place it, 15 yards for Goodell on the pass reception from Matson.
Yeah, the Tigers brought the blitz. You saw Cadence Hoffmeyer come in from his linebacker position, flushed him back to the right, but he was able to still get out there and complete the pass.
26 seconds left to play first quarter. It looks like Humboldt will run at least one more play in the quarter. 1st and 10 football placed at the 38 of Spencer as the Wildcats send twins to the left side near the boundary. Matson gets the snap, running to the left. tucks the football, looks like he wants to take it, and he's around the edge on the quarterback sweep. Matson delivers a big hit at the end of the run, and he's in the red zone and down to about the 13-yard line. A 25-yard pickup for Kaden Matson on the quarterback sweep around the left edge.
Yeah, they got the end cleared, and he showed his speed around the sideline. And boy, he finished off that play. Landon Ellis came up to make the tackle, I believe, and he got a full shoulder pad.
Speed and power there from Matson. Obviously got out of bounds as the game clock has come to a stop here. 3.8 seconds left in the first quarter. And now Twins sent to the left side of the formation for Humboldt. Matson in the shotgun. Man comes in motion left to right. Matson, straight ahead run, trying to pick his way through the hole, and has no hole as Brogan Sire is there to wrap him up at the line of scrimmage and sling him backwards. Matson gets back to the line of scrimmage for no gain, and that's the final play of the first quarter, where the Spencer Tigers and Humboldt Wildcats are all knotted up at 6 points apiece. Second quarter next on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we keep you connected. Your heating and cooling system keeps your home comfortable all year round. We all expect reliable electric service when we need it. Whether it's turning on the lights or operating appliances throughout the day, you and your family rely on it day and night. At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we are keeping you connected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We keep you connected to your world.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go. Never gonna let
Start of the second quarter from Dale Norton Field in Spencer. Second round of the Class 3A football playoffs, and the Humboldt Wildcats right now threatening against the Spencer Tiger defense in the red zone for the second time in the game. Humboldt down to the 13-yard line of Spencer. And upcoming now a second down and 10 after the Tigers did a really nice job at the line of scrimmage of not allowing Kaden Matson to get upfield. It was another one of those middle runs that have not been as successful for Humboldt. We've seen Matson get around the perimeter a couple of times, including on this drive for a carry of 25 yards. He's carried now 10 times already in the game for 51 yards.
I tell you what, though, those middle runs, even though they might not be successful, they're establishing the fact that he can bounce it to the outside, making your linebacker stay home and set up that last one.
So second down and 10 now for the Humboldt offense. In the shotgun is Kaden Matson. Jordan Jensen, the back to his left. Two receivers split left. Looks that way. Pump fake. Now will throw towards the end zone, and too tall, incomplete. As I'm not quite sure Matson was on the same page with Jacob Heyer that time. That pass was not really catchable for Heyer.
No, good job. Ellis read it perfectly. His free safety position came up, and actually, in addition, Christian Hookfin had a good break on it. So 3rd and 9 here.
So after that drive, march right down the field for Humboldt. Back-to-back plays where things didn't necessarily look in sync fully for the Wildcats, and now a 3rd and long, 3rd and 9. Twin receivers split wide right, one tight end on the left side of the formation. Rolling right is Matson. Looks like he wants to run. He's running all the way, and the Tigers get there. Matson stays on his feet and is finally ushered out of bounds, as it was John Nissen, actually, that came flying across that time and almost got to Kaden Matson. But Matson does pick up positive yardage, not enough for a first down. He's going to be able to gain about 6, it looks like, and it'll bring up a 4th and 4.
Yeah, it looks like they're going for it. I don't see them bringing on their field goal unit, which I'm a little bit surprised because they have a good kicker. But they're feeling like we can get this as we're marching down the field. Ethan Hyder there on contain at end. Tried to spread him out a little bit, and then Johnny came over and was able to slow him down. Key 4th down here.
Now the Tiger fans in attendance start to get vocal and try to get the Tigers to make a stop here on 4th and 4. Matson in the shotgun, man in motion left to right. One receiver each side of the field now, and a timeout taken just before the snap, and it's the Humboldt Wildcats that want to discuss the play with 11:07 left to play second quarter. Spencer 6, Humboldt 6 on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we keep you connected. Safety is our #1 priority for our employees and the entire community. We assist in safely locating underground utilities when businesses and homeowners have simple projects to complete. Providing safe, reliable services is what we do. At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we are keeping you connected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We keep you connected to your world.
It's going to be Kaden Matson in the shotgun. And just as I say that, he goes under center, Lucas. Oh, man. Kaden Matson under center in the I formation. 2 backs behind him. 1 receiver each side of the field. Matson fakes the handoff to the deep man. Now rolls, looking to throw, has his man in the flat, makes the catch, and he's into the end zone for the score. It's Gabe Goodell, one of the favored targets of quarterback Kaden Matson, as he connects on the pass after the handoff play fake, and then the rollout and the pass in the flat to Goodell.
Yeah, they went out of the I, just bootlegged out, and tight end unaccounted for into the flat, into the end zone, touchdown.
12-6, Humboldt in front. The Tigers blocked the Wildcats' first extra point attempt. And the Tiger special teams unit back out on the field here to defend this attempt. Campbell Wessels, the player who blocked it, is on the edge once again. Another long pause before the snap. Good snap, and now they'll run a fake. Campbell Wessels back there again, trying to run away as Jacob Heyer throws on the move, and it's batted down in the end zone by Christian Hookfin. Great awareness by the Spencer Tigers defensively, and now there is a Tiger down injured. And we'll check on that momentarily, but great awareness.
Great play. Great job of breaking up that 2-point conversion.
Tigers were ready for that, played their assignments, and then Christian Hookfin makes the play ultimately to knock it down in the end zone. 12-6, Humboldt with the lead. 11:01 left to play second quarter. We'll update you on the injured Spencer Tiger player next here on KICD Radio.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Humboldt Wildcats into the end zone for the second time tonight. 12-6 the score after the failed 2-point conversion attempt from Humboldt. And now the question I have for you, Lucas DeWitt, was that an opportunity for Humboldt that I almost wondered, were they trying to go for 2 the first time when Spencer blocked that extra point, because there was the long pause before the snap, and we saw it again this time, and we're still not certain if they meant to go for it here. But either way, Humboldt comes up empty on both point after attempts.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was that high of a snap, but he took it and booted out, reversed out.
And the way he spun out
made you think that they're trying to take advantage of the Tigers coming hard on the ends and nobody staying home. And it looked like he had it, but the Tigers recovered, and he was going to be tackled, but instead he threw it, and we were able to knock it down in the end zone.
Hey, I'm going to make a call here. I think we get a Spencer Tiger return as the Humboldt Wildcats now kicking into that swirling wind. It's a pop-up kick. Mikey Jordan will field it at the 25. Mikey up the right hash mark, and a big hit that time from the Wildcats as Mikey collides, gets it out to the 35, a solid return. But that is some big-time hitting that time from Tanner McKimmey, one of those inside linebackers, 5'7", 190-pound junior who came with some authority that time.
Yeah, he really did. He closed down. And after he caught it, he was only able to return about 5 yards before they were on him.
And Mikey's one of those players, too, that's pretty physically mature. You walk by him, and he looks like he's 25 years old. So that's not something easily done from McKimmey. As the Tigers now start at the 35-yard line, running option left side. The pitch on the perimeter to Mikey Jordan, and Mikey's got some running room up the hash mark. Gets some nice blocking downfield by Derek Huss and company, and Mikey still on his feet is Javi Mendez leading the way, 30 yards downfield?
Yeah, 30-yard run there. Option to the left side. Good job by the line. Mikey Jordan making things happen. Derek Huss with good blocking downfield.
Derek Huss was out there and looked like he was in a boxing match in a good way with the defensive back. They were just trading, hand fighting, trying to get away from one another, and Derek would not let that happen. And then Javi, man, that is the hustle plays we've seen from him ever since he's a sophomore. Blocking downfield, 25, 30 yards, leading the way for Mikey Jordan.
Got Kenny back in at C-back.
So Kenny in the backfield now. Tigers will run it to the right side. John Nissen gets the handoff. The Tiger up back. Did the ball come out? I don't think so. I think that was a Humboldt player that just kind of fell down at the end of the play. It's a short gain of about 3 for John Nissen on first down.
Yeah, option to the right side. Gets across the 35 to the 34.
And for John, that's his 6th carry, 90 yards here in the first half. 9:55 left to play first half.
And the Tigers moving Carter out to the receiver. Instead of that tight set with double tights, split it out a little bit here this series. That should open up a little bit more to the outside.
Tigers trail 12-6, 2nd down and 7. Running option to the right side. Kenny Rash with the football near the perimeter. Kenny makes one man miss, stays in bounds, and is finally out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. And we mentioned Kenny's been out of practice, in and out, has come back now, and has been unavailable at times over the past couple of weeks. Good to see Kenny get involved here and look good running the football.
You know, he really does. He looks fresh, looked good to the outside, and I like that. You know, we ran the split out, ran option to the outside, able to get him around the corner, pick up 11.
So the Tigers back on the football now at the 24-yard line of the Humboldt Wildcats. Really, Spencer's moved the ball well throughout this entire first half. Now it comes down to finishing drives. 1st and 10 for the Tiger offense as Jack DeWitt walks to the line of scrimmage. He'll run option left side. Jack keeps it through the hole. Big hole for Jack, still on his feet, and finally upended at the 15-yard line as Jack DeWitt scampers for 9 yards on first down.
Yeah, hit him at different levels. They're getting to the left, puts it right on the 15 over Brogan Sire and Maverick Warburton on the left side.
Spencer Tiger offense moving the football again inside the red zone. And Carter Petzenhauser will split wide to the right. He's the lone receiver on the field right now for the Tigers, taking plenty of time. And now Coach Huff down there puts up the play with only about 20 seconds left on the play clock. So Tigers purposely running a little bit more time in between plays there. And Jack DeWitt again surveying the situation. Will run it right. Kenny Rash is his pitch man. Makes the pitch. Kenny has all kinds of space, and he will get into the end zone as he gets a nice block at the end from Carter Petzenhauser. And Kenny Rash puts the Spencer Tigers back on level terms. 12-12 our score with a 15-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, that's a design call. See, we're getting outside. End crashes. Jack pitches it. Kenny showed his speed. And now for the needed go-ahead PAT here.
Chance for Ian Youngdahl to put the Tigers ahead for the 2nd time in the game tonight. Ian had his first extra point attempt go wide left.
Of the season.
Yeah, first of the season for for Ian. And he's lining up the extra point here. Carter will be on the hold. Good snap, hold is down, kick is up, and it is through the uprights and good. And the Spencer Tigers lead 13-12 with 8:41 left to play second quarter on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
Strong in Spencer, Spirit Lake, and Lake Park.
8:41 left to play second quarter, and the Spencer Tigers regain the edge 13-12 over the Humboldt Wildcats here at Dale Norton Field in Spencer. Man, it feels weird, doesn't it, Lucas, to be here in Spencer for a playoff game just because we haven't done it in 12 years.
Yeah, that's a long time to not have a home playoff game, and the Tigers able to win the district, get a home playoff game. Just been a tremendous couple weeks here for Spencer.
So Ian Youngdahl now, after making the extra point to put the Tigers in front, tees it up from the 40, kicking left to right. Ian will put his foot through it on a line drive squib kick. Angles near the sideline and stops, and Humboldt forced to pick it up. Tigers in coverage, trying to close down the return man near the sideline, and he's finally pushed out of bounds at the 40. As that time it was Will Orness, who we saw get involved on offense earlier in the game, show a burst of speed down the sidelines that I think caught everybody off guard.
Yeah, it did. Orness, we had good coverage, and we kind of ran past him thinking he was going back to the middle, and then he took advantage of that, broke it back to the outside, and was able to get across the 40 to the 42.
So the Wildcats in outstanding starting field position once again at the 42, and Kaden Matson leads his offensive players to the line of scrimmage, where he will line up in the shotgun, has one back in the backfield, one receiver each side of the formation, and a tight end who comes in motion, and now hands off to the tight end, Gabe Goodell. Goodell trying to cut back across the grain, and a short carry of 4 on first down as Goodell really deliberate there, picking his way through the hole. Wyatt Leininger on the stop.
Yeah, Tigers did a good job of contained, forcing him back inside for Wyatt to come down there for that, make the tackle. You know, linebackers in right now have been rotating different guys. Cadence Hoffmeyer is in there in the middle, and then Titan Coleman and John Nissen have been rotating at the other one.
And by the way, Cadence was the player that got a little bit dinged up on that extra point attempt from Humboldt, so good to see Cadence back out there. 2nd down and 7 now right at midfield, or excuse me, at the 45 for Humboldt. Wildcats put a man in motion. Matson will run that way now to the left. Tigers ready for it on the end of the line of scrimmage, and then bring him backwards after a short gain of 1. Brogan Sire there to wrap him up. Also had Cadence Hoffmeyer, Wyatt Leininger in on the stop. Lucas, you want to talk about somebody that's tough. Wyatt Leininger hurting his knee against Sergeant Bluff Luton. He's out there right now with a brace on it, just playing through it.
Yeah, he really is, and he's just straight bull rush. You know, and right now you have he and Logan Huckfelt on opposite sides there up front, your defensive ends. 3rd and 6 on the other side of the field.
Can the Tigers get the stop here on this 3rd down? One receiver in the formation to the left side. Nazir Evans goes in motion left to right. And now Matson going to run it to the left side. Tigers were ready for it, but Matson able to evade the first 2 tacklers, get to the 50-yard line. He'll be short of the first down line to gain, and that certainly feels like 4-down territory for the Wildcats with the play call there on 3rd.
Yeah, they're bringing in different personnel like they might be punting. I'm shocked. You know, at midfield in a playoff game, and we haven't really stopped their offense. I'm a little shocked by this decision.
I'm surprised, too, with what we've seen from Humboldt going for it on 4th down already in the game. Tigers are going to play this safe, I would imagine, and try to keep an eye on all possibilities here. Gabe Goodell is the punter. He will stand at his own 42. And now Carter Petzenhauser trying to direct some traffic. I think he wants to be the safety man.
It's a fake.
And it's a fake running it to the right side. Will Orness. Tigers are there to cut him back inside.
Campbell!
And they wrap him up, and Campbell Wessels is there. And finally the Tigers bring him down.
Huge play by Campbell Wessels, showing his speed, staying home, getting off the block. He wasn't able to bring him down, but he was able to hold him and slow him up till the rest could get there, and that's a big play for the Tiger defense.
And I think it was also Cadence Hoffmeyer that was there to help slow that down and turn it back inside. That it was. It was Cadence Hoffmeyer who was not fooled by number 17, Will Orness, who we saw with the burst of speed on that kickoff return. And I wonder if a light bulb went off in Coach Elman's head when he saw that return and said, hey, we got a possibility here for a fake. They try it on 4th down, and the Tigers ready for it.
Yeah, it was one of those deals where the Tigers are deciding. Carter was saying, should I go back? Should I go no man's land? But came back late to get on there, and they did the fake snap like he was over the punter's head, direct snap to run right, and the Tiger defense not fooled. As you said, Cadence Hoffmeyer and others right there on the spot.
And it was a great fake snap. I loved the fake from Gabe Goodell as he went up high like the snap had gone over his head, but the Tigers were ready for it, able to turn back Will Orness as he came around on the end around essentially on the fake punt, tried to get upfield, but the Tigers were not going to let that happen, and now we've got a COVID break taking place right now with 6:19 left to play in the first half. 13-12, the Spencer Tigers with the lead. And the Spencer Tigers were able to strike first in this one. It was a quick 2-play drive, 42 seconds, 65 yards. John Nissen with a 58-yard touchdown run. The extra point attempt was no good, wide left, and the Tigers led 6-0. That led to Humboldt getting the football for the first time in the game, and the Wildcats would respond with a score of their own. 8 plays, 4 minutes and 8 seconds, 62 yards down the field. This time it was the quarterback Kaden Matson on a 1-yard touchdown run. They would attempt, actually that was the blocked extra point as the Spencer Tigers came screaming off the edge, and Campbell Wessels, who's had a huge first half, came off the edge to block that extra point. 6-6 our score. Humboldt early in the second quarter put together its longest drive, 11 plays, 84 yards, 4:03. Matson through the air 9 yards for a touchdown, made it 12-6 after the Tigers stopped the 2-point, and then Spencer with the Kenny Rash 14-yard touchdown run, taking the lead 13-12. Spencer takes over at midfield, 1st and 10 for the Tiger offense. Kenny Rash with a false motion will reset on the left side, and Humboldt able to stay set at the line of scrimmage. Now the Tigers will run it right. Jack DeWitt on the quarterback follow through the hole. He's upended after a gain of 5, and the Tigers get a positive play on 1st down.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what Humboldt's doing on our motion. They have their backer locked up at an inside stance looking in. It just a different look, just trying to see it. They're doing some different things here on defense each set.
He was almost facing us here in the press box, wasn't he? Jack with the gain of 5, his 4th carry, now 23 yards in the game.
You feel like the Tigers have slowed down their tempo a little bit here, Mark?
They definitely have, and I think right now starting to feel, can they milk this down close to halftime on this drive? 2nd down and 6 is the official measurement. Tigers will run it right. John Nissen through the hole. He'll be close to 1st down yardage. John picks up 5, and it will be 3rd down and 1 for the Tiger offense. John Nissen tonight, his shortest carry has been 2 yards, but he has 58, 7, 9, 11, 3, and now 5 yards in his 7 carries.
That's not a bad first half for anybody. And right now, 3rd and a short 1 for the Tigers. Ball right on the Wildcats 40.
And with high school football players, so excited to get up to the line of scrimmage and run the play, the coaching staff purposely sending that play in with 20 seconds left on the play clock. And now the Tigers get the call, go to the line of scrimmage, will run it right, fake the handoff. Now Jack makes the pitch to Kenny, and Kenny is brought down in the backfield as the Wildcats play it beautifully. They had one man accounting for the quarterback and another accounting for the pitch man, and Gabe Goodell is able to bring down Kenny Rash for a loss of about 4 yards.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It's down in distance there with 3rd and 1, and you give it to Johnny every time if you can. He's going to get one. Jack tried to make a big play to the outside. Probably want to give it to John or just follow him through there.
So now the Tiger punt team comes onto the field for the first time tonight. And the Tigers will send Cal Ty over the football to snap this back to Blake Blazek with 4:15 left to play in the first half. Tigers leading 13-12. High snap, but Blazek holds it, punts it away, and it's a beauty of a spiral, but it might be too deep, and it is as it goes into the end zone for a touchback. That's one that Blazek might like to have back. If he had a little bit more field to work with, that would have been a beautiful punt. But it does go into the end zone, and now the Wildcats will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Yeah, that's tough because Humboldt's going to get the ball to start the second half. The Tigers are moving. You've got 3rd and a foot, and to lose yardage on that. I mean, if you don't lose yardage, you're 4th and a foot. Ty might roll the dice there with your offensive line, but losing yards like that, that's a tough one.
That is the first time tonight as well that the Wildcats have had someone out there to account for that pitch man, as Kenny Rash had nowhere to go. Wildcats spread out 3 receivers in the formation. One man goes in motion right to left. Very nonchalant in the motion. They'll run it back to the right with Jensen. Jensen spins out of the contact and will have 2 yards on 1st down.
That was a really good job by Hyder there to get out to the outside, not giving him the edge, force back inside, and allowed linebackers to flow. That'd be Hoffmeyer and Titan.
3:52 left to play in the first half, and the Spencer Tigers lead 13-12. 2nd down and 8 now for the Wildcats offense from the 22 of Humboldt. Kaden Matson will be in the shotgun with Jensen next to him. First time we've seen trips tonight, it looks like, to the left side. Now the inside receiver tucks in a little more as a tight end. Rolling to the left as Matson sets up to throw back across the middle, and there's a flag thrown in the offensive backfield as the catch is made by Heyer. And this one thrown in a very bad spot from the Humboldt perspective back near the quarterback.
Yeah, you get into those RPO situations with a quarterback that's so mobile, and it can set a plethora of problems. You can lots of times you get a lineman downfield, you get a hold when he's going to the edge. I mean, there's just lots of different things that can happen there.
Get the call, and it is a hold against the personal protector in the backfield that time. Jordan Jensen trying to make the block for his quarterback, and that's a big holding penalty against this Humboldt offense.
Yeah, to move him back half the distance to the goal because it was behind the line of scrimmage.
And now look at the down and distance. It's going to be 2nd and close to 20 yards to go with 3:22 left to play in the first half. And Humboldt backed up all the way to its own 8-yard line.
But they did have an open receiver in that last play. I mean, they hit our soft spots in the zone, were able to complete the pass, but it didn't matter because it was a holding.
2 receivers, 1 tight end in the formation. They all go on pass routes, and Matson
Screen.
throwing over the middle for a screen. The Tigers are there and not fooled at all as Cole Rudder read Kaden Matson like a book and is right there to almost make the tackle at the same time Jordan Jensen's making the catch.
Yeah, he wasn't the only one that saw it. I mean, all the Tigers recognized. Great scout team play this week for the Tigers to recognize the scout, recognize the screen setup as guys were turning and get to it. And now the Tigers going to take a timeout as they force a third down here with 3 minutes left.
I think this is a 2-part timeout. 1 to stop the clock and 2 to say we absolutely keep everything in front of us for 3rd and 22. Nothing gets to the first down marker.
That's exactly right. I mean, you can give up a 15-yard play, and they're going to punt it, and you're going to get the ball back, but you can't give up the big one here.
No, and I wonder if the Tigers will just drop people into coverage, maybe even rush just 3-4 guys and see if they can keep everything in front of them. We haven't really seen Matson go downfield in this first half. We saw him make the one pass down the sideline to Jacob Heyer, but that was more a case where Heyer was able to get loose. So we'll see if Matson, what would you say his longest pass through the air tonight has been? Maybe 15 yards.
Yeah. He's got a nice arm, though. I mean, he throws a good ball, and he's fully capable of airing it out there. That's why it's so important the Tigers just, you know what, everything in front.
All right, so twin receivers split wide to the right. Gabe Goodell, the tight end / H-back, stands off the line of scrimmage on the left side.
Wessels and Carter Petzenhauser out on coverage.
Matson gets the snap, fakes the handoff, spins. Now he's in the end zone, and he's pressured by Ethan Hyder, and he's ripped down as he tries to throw it. A penalty flag is thrown. Did the Tigers come up with the football?
I think it's going to be a horse collar going out of bounds.
That would be an absolutely brutal penalty.
And all he had to do was push him out of the back of the end zone, and it would have been a safety as he was trying to throw it. But I think that Ethan grabbed him around the
any way he stepped out of the back of the end zone before the flag?
It was bang, bang right there. Great job by Hyder. I'm afraid they're talking about it. Maybe that's not going to be the call.
Yeah, and Humboldt really. It might be an intentional grounding situation, too, I wonder. Because he threw the football
away.
They
just threw another flag now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is I wonder if one referee
in the end zone.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm wondering here. Because he's all the way in the back of the end zone, just kind of flips it out. So it's offsetting penalties. You had the horse collar penalty that Lucas called right away, and then was it intentional grounding?
And that was the other one. It was intentional grounding. So they offset, so they just replay third down. And, boy, great pursuit there by the Tiger defense. And, that's still it's one of those plays that's just a backbreaker for them as far as how it feels. You're getting flushed in your end zone, run a bootleg right into Hyder, and then you intentionally ground it, and you get tackled hard.
How many times, though, have we seen Ethan Hyder absolutely fool opponents with his speed? And that time you saw Matson panic.
Yeah, he sure did.
And he ran out of room and had nowhere to go with the football. And so we reset everything.
And I'm not sure. I don't know if it was a horse collar. We couldn't see. They called it. He was high, but he was still able to throw it away.
3rd and 22. Humboldt is at its own 9-yard line, backed up in the shadow of its own end zone. And now the Wildcats spread 2 receivers right, 1 left. Jordan Jensen in the backfield with Kaden Matson. Matson gets the snap. Straight drop back. Looking to throw. Throws it downfield long, and it's going to be well over everybody. Receiver asking for a flag, but there was nothing in that. Christian Hookfin and Jacob Heyer just a little bit shoulder to shoulder, and it will be 4th down and 22 for the Humboldt offense.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Heyer was whining about. He was cut off from the route. Good coverage by Christian. Nice Tiger defensive stand.
I think that's a case of the receiver saying, I can't make this catch, so my best bet is to turn to the stripes and hope for a little bit of help. So 4th down and 22 now. Football at the 9-yard line of Humboldt, and Gabe Goodell stands in his own end zone for a huge special teams play here in the first half. Good snap back to Goodell. He will get the punt away. It's a low-line drive end over end. Kenny Rash watches it bounce in front, catches it on the run. Kenny inside the 40 of Humboldt, now coming back across the grain. Kenny's got some blocking. Gets a block from Christian. Kenny down the sideline, staying in bounds, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. No penalty flags. Is there a penalty flag? There's one on the far sideline, and a Humboldt Wildcat player is down near the penalty.
Yeah, I'm afraid this is coming back. Oh.
It's right at about the 35. That's right basically where Kenny would have picked it up. And it's a blindside block against the Spencer Tigers from the spot of the foul, which is going to push Spencer back all the way into its own half of the field, I believe.
Blindside block that had no bearing on the play. That's head hunting. That, 15 years ago, you could, if a guy didn't have his head turned and you were in front of him, you could clock him. And to clean up the game and to make it safe, the guy's got to have his head turned to be able to see it. And there was a situation where Kaden Softmeyer peeled back, hit him, and blindside block negates a Kenny Rash beautiful punt return for a touchdown. So the Tigers are going to start right at midfield here.
Don't often say that a punt returner is patient, but man, Kenny showed some patience there. Set up his blocks on the left side, realized if he cut back across the grain, but I think more importantly, it's great to see that Kenny's out there looking healthy, making plays. 2:30 left to play here in the first half. Tigers lead 13-12, and the Tiger offense will take over at its own 49-yard line. Jack DeWitt hands it off to the right side. John Nissen. John bursting through the hole, and John gets it close to the 40-yard line of Humboldt on a quick hitting handoff to the Tiger B-back, a gain of 9.
Yeah, Tigers going tempo here. That was their down play. Just straight ahead blocking, no reads, handed off to Johnny, let him go.
Tigers quickly to the line of scrimmage. Run the same play to the right side again. John Nissen hits the same hole. This time drags it out a little bit more. Does have the first down. He'll gain 3 yards on the carry. And for listeners who are not able to watch right now on Spencer Channel 3 or the SMU stream online, this play that we've talked about throughout the season, the down play, kind of the Tigers' version of a stretch running play.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And they ran it back-to-back, just taking advantage of our power up front.
Tigers quickly on the football, now running it left. Option play, knocked away from Jack DeWitt, but he jumps on the football and is able to cover it up in the backfield, as there was a Humboldt player that came around and was able to punch that ball out, and it will be a loss of 5, and it sets up a 2nd down and 15 now with the clock running, 90 seconds left to play first half.
Yeah, that's tough. Jack's had a couple fumbles tonight, and he's been so secure with the ball all season. You hate to see that here in the playoff game. Is that that negates so much when you lose 5, able to get back on it.
Football is a lot harder and a lot colder here tonight. Tigers, everybody in tight, looking to pass the football, has a man wide open down the middle of the field. Catch is made as the receiver falls down to make the catch. It's Evan Schmidt over the middle, and the Tigers get it down all the way to the 22-yard line on the tight end pass up the seam.
Yeah, nice protection by the line. Jack got it out to Evan Schmidt, just running the seam route. And if Jack could have got it up a little bit higher, he'd still be running. Schmidt making a sure-handed catch, going down, 22, clock's running.
50 seconds left to play as the Tigers quickly check their wristbands and now get into the game. By the way, number 40, Caden Klein back out there on the right side of the Tiger offensive line. Spencer will run it that way. Option play. Jack keeps it through the hole, gets up to the 16-yard line, and the Tigers will take a timeout with 38.9 seconds left to play first half. Gain of 6 on the first down carry for Jack DeWitt. 2nd down and 4 upcoming, with the Tigers leading 13-12 on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
Hello?
This is your utility company calling to let you know that your account is up for disconnection if you don't pay your overdue balance right now. Can I get your account number, please?
Thank you for calling in to verify the status of your account. We are glad you hung up and called in rather than falling for a scam. We do not call customers asking for an account number. We will ask you to verify your identity.
Don't become a victim of a utility scam.
Second down and 5 to go for the Tiger offense. Football will be placed at the 17-yard line, going back to that catch by Evan Schmidt. He's continued to gain more and more playing time at that tight end position, and after the Tigers moved Ethan Hyder back into right tackle, Evans kind of taken over that tight end spot. Comes up with the big catch here on the drive. 2nd down and 5 to go. Tigers looking to throw. Jack rolling to his right, sets his feet, throws back over the middle, and it's intercepted in the end zone by Kaden Matson. The free safety sitting on that pass and is able to step in front of Mikey Jordan and intercept the pass. As the Humboldt Wildcats come up with the football in the end zone, 2nd Spencer Tiger turnover of the half, and with 32 seconds left to play, Humboldt will take over at its own 20-yard line for a 1st and 10.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Like to have that one back. Threw it, man-to-man coverage, threw it up, hoping Mikey could go get it. Great interception, and the Tigers defense back on the field here. 32 seconds left. Unfortunate not to get some points there before half, Mark.
And I'm not surprised to see Kaden Matson able to track the football and go find it. He's used to having the ball in his hands, and he's in the shotgun look now. 1st and 10. High snap, but he corrals it. Going to run the football to the right, it looks like Matson. And he's ripped down by Kenny Rash as Kenny that time says, hey, enough of this. I've seen you run around this right end a couple of times. This time I'm putting a stop to it. And it's a loss of 2 on the carry by Kaden Matson.
And that might be the last play of the half here, Mark.
I believe it's going to be. The Wildcats are huddling up, but they don't look interested in running another play. So the first half will come to a close as the Spencer Tigers start to walk towards the locker room. Spencer 13, Humboldt 12, our halftime score on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
At Northwest Bank, it is our goal.
Tonight's entertainment features Hand Clap by Fitz and the Tantrum Sucker by the Jonas Brothers and Final Countdown by Europe. Tiger Marching Band, are you ready? Tiger Marching Band, you may take the field.
hopefully limit what Humboldt was able to do in the first half, and that's long drives that were able to keep the Tiger defense on the field.
Well, I think, it's just playing good assignment football. I mean, it's, the quarterback is accounting for so many different things. And when they decide to pass, we just need to be in good position to stop that. And this first drive right off the kickoff is key. Humboldt's going to receive the kick and set the tone here with their defense and try to get that +1 here on the scoreboard a little bit more here for the Tigers to have some breathing room.
For the Humboldt Wildcats, we talked about the offensive production in the first half, just 131 yards and really not too many explosive plays. You had the 29-yard pass down the sideline to Jacob Heyer, and in the running game you had the 125-yard carry for Kaden Matson, but it's really been ball control offense, marching down the field in small increments. But again, it's been effective from Humboldt, and most importantly, they've taken care of the football here tonight.
Yeah, that's the difference right now, Mark, is 2 turnovers for the Tigers, none for the Wildcats. And when you get into a cold weather game like that, where it's cold, conditions aren't quite as right, it comes down a lot to turnovers and penalties. And for the Tigers to overcome 2 turnovers in the first half and to be ahead on the scoreboard, I think everybody will take that right now.
And both of those turnovers, correct me if I'm wrong, were in plus territory for the Tigers, where it felt like there might be some points on the end of those 2 respective drives.
Yeah, one was on the 17, and the other one was the interception. We were driving there at about the 20. And let's also not forget, we took points off the board on a punt return. So the Tigers have had their chances of moving the football and getting points on the board. Really feel like they've controlled a lot of aspects of the game, but the scoreboard does not indicate that.
And one area where I know the Tigers will want to see some improvement in the second half will be on the kickoff team, because we've seen the Tigers do a great job all year long of pinning teams deep, getting the coverage team downfield, making a stop. But here tonight, Humboldt's been able to start a couple of their traditional drives, not after turnovers, off of kickoffs at about the 40-yard line. And I know the Tigers, that's something that they will be wanting to take pride in the second half, not allowing that to happen.
Well, it's 2 strengths. The Wildcats say that's one of their strengths of special teams. So the Tigers has been a strength all season long, and you saw that with the punt return. And so this kickoff is it's big, starting the game with field position.
And on the offensive side of the football for the Tigers, obviously taking care of the football, item number 1. But other than that, the Tiger offense has been clicking. It has been moving the football. It has come down to getting into the end zone and getting points.
That's exactly right. The offensive line has really looked solid. Really looked solid. Good to see a healthy John Nissen. You've seen Kenny Rash with some nice carries. Just need to get back to management and just taking care of business and letting that offensive line go to work.
Boyden Hull Rock Valley with the lead at the halftime break over the Storm Lake Tornadoes. Boyden Hull Rock Valley in control, 28-0 at the halftime break, as BHRV hosting Storm Lake tonight in Class 3A, a district opponent of the Spencer Tigers. Both of those teams, Boyden Hull Rock Valley and Storm Lake. So both teams look ready to go, ready to start this third quarter. And the playoffs in the second round. Teams trying to advance to the third round of the postseason with a win here tonight. I think back also to that passing play over the middle to Evan Schmidt, who was wide open, absolutely left alone. We've mentioned a couple of times Humboldt may be catching the Tigers unaware, but that time certainly Humboldt not expecting the passing play over the middle of the field and just open receiver.
Yeah, 2nd and 15, and was able to hit him on the seam route. That gave us good field position, giving us a chance to score right there before half.
Central Lyon George Little Rock leads Unity Christian 13-0 at the halftime break. A outstanding CLGLR season continues with the Lions with the lead 13-0. So the Tigers will kick this away to start the third quarter, right to left as Ian Youngdahl tees it up. And we are ready for the start of the second half here at Dale Norton Field in Spencer, where the Tigers lead 13-12.
It does appear the winds died down here a little bit to start the second half.
Yeah, usually as we get later into the game, the wind does dissipate, and right now you're right, the American flag is hanging limp in the corner of the end zone. Ian Youngdahl will kick it away and kick it away deep. It's a high kick, fielded at the 10 by Humboldt. The Wildcats set up the middle return. It's Orr trying to bounce it to the left side and get to the sideline. Ian Youngdahl, the kicker, is there and helps to ride him out of bounds. But again, a great return for the Wildcats, and Humboldt in business, starting this drive at about its own 46-yard line.
Well, that's different, for the Tigers. I mean, all year we've won the field position battle on kickoffs, and so the Tigers giving up a good return here for Humboldt to start the second half.
Will Orness again in special teams, making a splash with his speed.
Yeah, he's quick to the outside, that's for sure.
Looked like the Tigers were going to keep him in front. Instead, he bounced it to the sideline, and now we see Kaden Matson lead the Humboldt Wildcat offense to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, and Matson hands it off to Jordan Jensen. Jensen trying to get to the edge, and the Tigers there to wrap him up and sling him out of bounds, and a penalty flag is thrown on the tackle. Cadence Hoffmeyer over there helping to make the stop, along with Brogan Sire. And it's a horse collar tackle against the Tigers.
Yeah, Caden's got him high again, and that's a big one.
Big personal foul penalty, and it will march Humboldt forward 15 yards. Would have been just a gain of about 1. Tigers played it really well.
Yeah, they really did. Contained to the outside, good flow. And instead, now it moves them down to the 36-yard line of the Tigers here in just their second play from scrimmage in the second half. 11:44 left in the third.
Just 16 seconds gone off the clock here in the third quarter, and the Wildcats at the 36 of the Spencer Tigers. Twin receivers to the right, one receiver to the left. And in the shotgun is Kaden Matson with Jordan Jensen. Jensen shifts from the right to the left, and now Matson will get the snap. He's going to run it to the left. Tigers try to string it out. Matson gets around the edge and lowers his shoulder at the end of the run as he's pushed out of bounds. And Kaden Matson will have a gain of 5 yards, make it 6 on first down.
Yeah, just quarterback power to the left side. Lets his lineman get out there, the 6'7" guy helping lead the way. And good, tough open field run and puts it on the 30.
Keenast is a big-time lineman for this Wildcats team, and we've mentioned his name several times already here tonight. Wildcats to the line of scrimmage for the 2nd and 4. Twins to the left. A receiver comes in motion. They'll hand it off to Nazir Evans. He's running right. Tigers ready for it and bring him down instantly as it's a huge hit that time from Ethan Hyder on the form tackle. No gain on the play.
Yeah, he planted him. I mean, he just lifted his legs up, put him straight into the ground. 3rd and 4, no gain at all.
And then Ethan it was completely clean, but it was just such a hard hit. He right away turned around and looked at the referee to make double sure he wasn't going to be in any kind of trouble. So now 3rd down and 4 for the Humboldt offense. 2 receivers split to the left. Everyone else in tight. There's a tight end on the right side of the line. Matson going to run it to the left side. The edge is set well by Humboldt. Tigers hit Matson at the first down marker, but he's able to fall forward and pick up the first down yardage. The tackle made by Carter Petzenhauser as Matson picks up close to 5.
Yeah, we got him right at the marker, but he got enough. And so that'll move the chains as it's right on the 25.
And that's just where his speed makes the difference, because there's nobody out there, and they set the edge well enough that it was just a foot race to the first down stick.
Yeah, Brogan got double teamed to the outside and was able to get free. Hookfin and Petzenhauser came up, but not till he got 5.
Twin receivers left. Matson in the shotgun. Evans comes in motion left to right. Matson gets the snap, fakes the handoff, looking to throw, pump fakes. Now he will scramble. Tigers corral him and bring him down at about the 20-yard line. It will be a scramble for 5 yards. And my goodness, Matson almost pulled the trigger, and if he made that throw, Carter Petzenhauser was going to step in front and pick it off.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple times where he goes on the pump fake. He makes the initial read on the RPOs to pass, realizes, I'm not going to get it in there. But then he can still create because there's gaps created. Your linebackers have fallen back into coverage, and he can pick up 5.
Basically, every single play, he's going through his list of options, and it's extensive. 2nd down and 6 for the Humboldt offense. Ball is at the 20 of Spencer. Tigers lead 13-12. Fake the handoff, throw over the middle, catch made, and a tackle made immediately as Orness has 10 yards on the slant over the middle, and he's brought down right away on the stop.
Yeah, just missed. The Tiger defensive linemen had their arms up, thought they were going to get it swatted down. Nice catch, ball in the 9.
Orness making a big-time difference in this game as it moves along. First time we've called his name not on special teams or on a 4th down punt situation. In tight now is Matson looking for the one-on-one matchup, and he airmails it over his intended receiver. He was expecting him to go to the corner, and instead Jacob Heyer ran a slant towards the middle of the field.
Yeah, Christian Hookfin had great coverage out there. Good thing he threw it higher. That would have been picked. He threw it to the corner away from the slant because Christian was in great coverage.
So 2nd down and goal to go now. The football's placed at the 9. A little bit of a bad break for the Wildcats. They cannot get a first down, and the football's at about the 9.5. 9:45 left to go, third quarter. Twin receivers left. Matson in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Running left, he's going to keep it. Turns the corner, and the Tigers won't get there as Kaden Matson will get into the end zone on the QB sweep left, and that time it was blocked up perfectly. 9-yard touchdown for Kaden Matson.
Yeah, just quarterback keep, quarterback power on the outside, no question, and pretty much untouched into the end zone.
Yes, he got the corner, and the Tigers were being blocked downfield in the end zone, which allowed Matson to cover that 9 yards needed to get in for the score. Humboldt now takes the lead 18-13, and we've not seen Humboldt kick an extra point yet tonight. They line up for an extra point attempt. Jacob Heyer will be on the hold. Max Mason, the kicker, awaits. Snap, hold down, kick is up, and it is through the uprights and good. Max Mason gets the extra point. Tigers with some good pressure, but the Wildcats back in front 19-13 with 9:39 left to play third quarter on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we keep you connected. From the time you step in the shower first thing in the morning and quick start the dishwasher before leaving the house for the day, to grabbing a glass of water after an evening walk, we know you expect quality water to meet all your needs. At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we are keeping you connected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We keep you connected to your world.
712-262-1918.
9:39 left to play in the third quarter. The Tigers trail 19-13. The Humboldt Wildcats go 9 plays, 55 yards, 2 minutes and 21 seconds off the clock. Kaden Matson with a 9-yard touchdown run, the extra point good. And now the kick is away. It's a squib kick. The Tigers pick it up at about the 30-yard line, and Mikey Jordan still on his feet. Mikey to the middle of the field, finally is going to be driven backwards and stopped after a good return. And the Spencer Tigers will have the football 1st and 10 from the Tigers' 38-yard line.
Yeah, this is a key series here for the Tigers. Start out the second half giving up a touchdown, going down on the scoreboard. Need to get the offense clicking and punch them right back.
And it's kind of funny, the length of these drives here tonight. I mean, Humboldt has taken multiple minutes off the clock every single time, where the Tigers have been a little bit more quick strike with some big plays. Spencer taking over 1st and 10 now with Kenny Rash, Mikey Jordan, and John Nissen in the backfield with quarterback Jack DeWitt, one wide receiver in formation. Jack goes under center. Quarterback follow through the left side, big hole, and Jack is able to quickly get upfield for about 8 yards on 1st down on the QB follow.
Yeah, that was no read there. Just if they're gonna split out their defensive front to the tackles and ends, it leaves a big gap up the middle. Something I'm sure the Tigers talked about at halftime, saying, hey, let's get behind Drew Huff there at center and push forward.
Saw the Tigers do that against Sergeant Bluff Luton a few times as well. 2nd down and 2, 2nd and short for the Tiger offense nearing midfield, trailing by 6. Spencer will run the same play back-to-back. Jack DeWitt hitches his wagon to the offensive line, and also John Nissen plowing forward, and he'll have enough for a 1st down as he gains about 3 yards and moves the chains. Tigers out to the Spencer 49.
Notice that Tigers looked like they went heavy that side, end over to the tackle over to the right, and Humboldt shifted down there, and they were head up on the center that time.
Tigers playing with Evan Schmidt at tight end right now. Derek Huss is the lone receiver on the field, and he is split wide to the right. And tackle over again, it looks like, to that right side. Heavy look. Spencer will run that way. Make the pitch to Kenny Rash. Kenny trying to get to the perimeter. Cuts back across the grain, and Kenny's going to lose a couple as the Wildcats now are playing for that pitch man, and they force Kenny backwards by a couple yards.
Yeah, they really are. They had 2 guys out there, that it was accounted for, as they're going to lose a couple.
Coach Ty going to go in his bag here for some misdirection at some point, because the Wildcats are really selling out to get out there.
They are. They're going B backside every time. Backers are flowing.
Derek Huss runs off the field, and now Carter Petzenhauser is the lone receiver. Spencer stays big near the line of scrimmage. Back goes in motion. Jack DeWitt hands it off to John Nissen. Nissen through the hole, and Nissen down the left sideline uses a stiff arm, and he's finally tackled inside the 30. He's down to about the 26-yard line, and it will be a gain of 27 for number 43.
Yeah, we needed that play. Down behind the chains, got behind on down and distance. and able to get the big run off the left side.
I thought for a moment there might be a penalty flag. I think it's just a giant yellow leaf. That is unfair to us here in the booth.
It is a leaf at about the 38.
I don't like that at all. Maybe we'll have to get someone down there to pick that up for us. But a 27-yard pickup for John Nissen. And John well over 100 yards now. He's up to 134 for the game on 10 carries. 13-yard average ain't bad. Jack DeWitt through the left side. Big hole. Jack getting some great blocking downfield. Kenny Rash and Carter Petzenhauser before DeWitt is pushed out of bounds after a gain of 9. And the Tiger downfield blocking continues to perform well here tonight.
Yeah, just quarterback keep up the right side. That's another big gain there. 2nd and 1. Left side doing a good job holding blocks.
Not much fancy there as the Tigers keeping the football in the hands of the Tiger signal caller here on this drive.
Oh, they did give him the first down mark. I thought it was going to be 2nd and 1.
So 1st down and 10. Inside the red zone, football's at the 16 of Humboldt. Tigers will run it right side. John Nissen through the hole. There's a big gap, and then John is tripped up as he gets inside the 10, down to about the 7-yard line. That'll be a gain of 8 for Nissen on 1st down.
Right now, Tigers just going straight power football. 6:30 left here in the 3rd quarter. Tigers trailing by 6.
John Nissen, 11 carries, 142 on the ground. 6:24 left to play 3rd quarter. Tigers trail 19-13, 2nd down and 2 upcoming. With the football at the 9, Tigers can get a 1st down here inside the 10-yard line. Again, running some time off the clock as the Tigers come over the football with 6:05 left to play 3rd quarter. The snap, handed off straight ahead to John Nissen. John keeping his feet churning, and it gets close to the goal line. Did he get in?
Oh, he's right down there on it.
Waiting on the signal, and he's going to be inside the 1.
Wow, great carry there by John Nissen, just running through guys. Inside the 1, and the Tigers on the ball.
Tigers hurry up to the line of scrimmage. Everybody in tight. Quarterback sneak straight ahead, and Jack DeWitt powers it into the end zone on the QB sneak. All those summer workouts for the Tigers right there going to work on the goal line when you need a yard.
Yeah, nice job of just reacting, saying we're on the ball, go ahead, get behind Drew Huff, push it on in. And
now it looks like Kenny Rash potentially down being looked at with 5:50 left to play 3rd quarter. And the Tigers all tied up on the scoreboard 19-19. We'll keep it right here for the moment with both teams staying out on the 2-yard line before this extra point attempt, but a great answer for the Tiger offense. I mean, wasting no time and just marching down the field.
Yeah, Tigers went 3 minutes and 40 seconds, 8-play drive. They started it on their 38. Good job there by the Tigers.
And Kenny back on his feet and able to walk over to the sideline. That's a great sign, but he does have a little bit of a hitch in his giddy-up as he walks over a little gingerly towards the Tiger sideline. And now Ian Youngdahl a chance to give the Tigers the lead once again. 19-19 the score. Carter Petzenhauser will be on the hold. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, and the low knuckleball through the uprights and good. Tigers lead 20-19, 5:50 left to play 3rd quarter here on KICD Radio.
If you notice that a streetlight is out or blinking, please go to our website at smunet.net and click on the Streetlight Outage Report link, and we will send out our customer service representative to get it fixed.
It's the end of the day, and you just realized that you didn't stop at Spencer Municipal Utilities to pay your utility bill. Sign up for SMU's bank payment plan and start paying your bill the easy way. Stop by our customer service center or find the form on smunet.net.
Surgeons have maintained one mission to provide excellence in orthopedic care. Their team of peak physicians offers specialized care in everything from orthoscopic same-day surgery, joint replacement, sports medicine, as well as hand and foot surgery. They have an orthopedic surgeon on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can expect to receive exceptional care from dependable doctors.
5:50 left to play 3rd quarter. The Spencer Tigers lead the Humboldt Wildcats 20-19 here at Dale Norton Field in Spencer. 2nd round of the football playoffs. And Lucas, there's nervous energy on both sides of the field here with a close game, but it's kind of different nervous energy because for the Tiger fans here in attendance, they're watching a slow staccato drive from the Humboldt Wildcats down the field that stop, start, stop, start, stop, starts. And for the Spencer Tigers, they're marching down with not a lot of resistance. The Humboldt fans have to be thinking, man, we haven't really slowed down the Tigers at all tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an offensive game on both sides. I mean, it's been each team's offense that stopped themselves is, I guess, the best way to describe it. And right now, hopefully the Tiger defense, special teams can come up, force them with some bad field position, and get our offense back on the field. Get a stop. I mean, that's really what it's coming down to is got to get a stop or a turnover.
Yeah, the Tigers have the one punt, and for Humboldt they had the one fake and then the one punt that Kenny returned, and then I think there might have been one more in there. Or no, it was just the one that Kenny had, I believe.
And we had one punt, too.
Yes. So Ian Youngdahl tees it up at the 40, kicking it right to left. As the wind has died down, he'll keep it low on a squib.
Oh, good spot.
And an awkward bounce near the man that gets it, and he has to fall on the football. And in doing so, we'll start things off for the Humboldt drive at the 22. And the Tiger special teams finally pins back the Humboldt Wildcats deep in their own territory.
What a really great kick. It was swirling away, and it just dropped dead. And he was kind of in no man's land where he had to fall on it. But the Tigers, good speed down there by Cal Ty. And we stopped them with forcing them to start and really go the distance.
1st and 10 now for the Humboldt offense. Kaden Matson in the shotgun, twin receivers to his left. Matson looking to run left. He'll tuck the football and try to get around the edge. He does. Tigers string it out as best they can, but Matson has a first down as he's pushed out of bounds. Past the first down marker, he'll get it out to the 35, a gain of 13.
Yeah, just power to the left side there. It looked like they had a hand on Brogan Sire on the defensive end side as he wasn't able to get off the block, didn't get called.
I had an eye on that also. I thought that was an interesting no call.
So how you can seal the edge pretty easily that way.
And that's also the side of Ben Keenast, the big left tackle that they continue to run towards on that quarterback sweep. Matson in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Now throwing over the middle, and the pass is caught, I believe, by Orness.
He dropped it.
Okay, he
did
did
came
drop
out on the head. Carter Petzenhauser in the coverage, able to knock it away.
And the way the Tigers were reacting, I thought they had a potential pick and that it was caught, but it was incomplete. Humboldt comes up incomplete on 1st and 10. 4th incompletion for Matson here tonight as he has gone 4 of 8 in the passing game. Twin receivers left, tight end on the right side. 2nd down and 10. Football at the 35 of Humboldt. Wildcats send a man in motion. They'll hand it off to Nazir Evans on the jet sweep right. Hyder's there to string it out and then sling him backwards. Ethan Hyder with the big tackle for a loss. And if I'm the Humboldt Wildcats, I'm thinking about maybe setting that play aside for another time because the jet sweep has not worked against the Tigers tonight.
You know, it really hasn't. And Ethan is just so fast off the block. And it does make a difference when they're running it to their right. Is not behind the 6'7" tackle. And he is a difference maker out there.
He has been able to set the edge on the line of scrimmage. He is in a battle every play with Brogan Sire. Here's the 3rd and 15.
And I noticed they lined Brogan off outside further to give him better angle.
Matson with the quick speed rollout to his left. Sets his feet. Now tries to throw on the run over the middle. Has a man, and Goodell makes the catch. Backyard football pays off for the Humboldt Wildcats. Matson hit big time, and now a penalty flag is thrown near the sideline 10 seconds after the tackle was made. I have to hope it's a sideline warning.
Yeah, I don't know. Boy, they had him. They had Matson tagged. It is a sideline warning. No penalty.
Just backyard football, Lucas. Matson was in all kinds of trouble, throws it off his back foot to Goodell over the middle of the field and makes the catch up high. 28-yard completion.
Well, I tell you what, Brogan had great contain on the outside, and we brought Cadence Hoffmeyer on the blitz, and he came inside of Sire and hit him on the pass. I don't know how he got that off and put it right on the money across the middle of the field.
Great arm strength, wasn't able to step into the throw. Incredible play. 1st and 10 now for the Humboldt offense, picking up the 3rd and 15. Matson fakes the handoff, now in some trouble, gets away with the speed, and then finally, breaking tackle still is pushed out of bounds, and that is a highlight reel run for junior quarterback Kaden Matson as he made about 4 or 5 Spencer Tigers miss.
Yeah, Tigers had good angles, and he was able to get around the angle, and that was just a great individual effort to pick up 10. And the Tigers really had them on their heels there. The big pass play and then back-to-back first downs moves it to the Tigers 31. 4:18 left here in the third. Tigers leading by 1.
Kaden Matson, 19 carries, 105 yards, and 2 rushing scores here tonight. 1st and 10 for the Humboldt offense from the Tiger 31. 4:18 left to play third quarter. Kaden Matson waits in the shotgun, gets the snap, hands it off to Jordan Jensen left. Jensen cuts inside off of his left tackle, and he will pick up 4 yards on first down. Jordan Jensen with just his 4th carry of the night.
He's a nice complimentary back, as we talked about earlier. I mean, every time he carries it, you notice it because he's just got a different cadence with his run. I mean, he's quick feet, and able to pick up 5.
Caden Matson right now taking the opportunity to get a little bit of a breather in the huddle as I see him step away from the huddle for a moment. But
I was surprised he was able to pick up that last 10-yard run.
Oh, man.
He really got hit on that pass completion.
2nd down and 5 now. Football at the 26 of Spencer. Matson gets the snap, runs right, now back through the middle of the formation. And Kaden Matson will be shy of the first down marker, but not by much, as he picks up 4.
Yeah, boy, they gave him a pretty good spot from here, but he is going to be just short.
20th carry of the game for Matson. And that will set up a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, and the Wildcats are definitely in 4-down territory on the Tigers' 22. Trailing by 1 here in this winner-go-home playoff game.
Spencer 20, Humboldt 19. As the Wildcats will send 1 receiver to each side of the formation, which is kind of a rarity. We haven't seen that tonight. They're in the I formation for just the 3rd time in the game.
They ran the bootleg the last time.
Matson fakes the handoff, boots out to the right. In trouble in the backfield. Tigers pressuring him, gets away from 1, throws on the move, and it's intercepted. Campbell Wessels comes up with the interception near the sideline.
He's got some room.
And Campbell, tight roping down the sideline, stays in bounds finally. And now a penalty flag thrown at the very end near the Tiger sideline, as Kaden Matson is one of the players that was over there helping to try and make the stop near that sideline.
Yeah, I wonder if he hit him out of bounds late.
He's kind of mad at himself. I think he's upset at himself. But Campbell Wessels, talk about a coming out show here tonight for the Tiger sophomore.
Boy, you're not kidding. Great pick, great ball hawking, but that was set up by Tiger pressure up front. Had Matson on his heels running for his life, and he threw it up, and the Tiger secondary was able to benefit.
Yeah, who's back there with Hyder? There's someone right next to here. I'm going to tell you in a moment. It was Ethan Hyder and Brogan Sire that both got back there to combine, and when those two are chasing you down, you are definitely in an accelerated time frame.
I mean, think about that. You got both defensive ends getting to the quarterback. That tells you something. Great speed, great athleticism, and this is the key stop that the Tigers needed here. And the officials still talking about what the penalty and the results here it's going to be. Regardless, it's going to be the Tiger football.
First, they got to figure out where Campbell went out of bounds because he was down that sideline for a long time and could have stepped out 3 or 4 different times.
And they're still talking. They got the ball dropped at 31 of the Tigers. But, boy, this is quite a deliberation here.
Yeah, I think it's all down to where the ball was out of bounds and exactly what happened. The way the Tiger sideline reacted, this almost assuredly has to be against Humboldt, we think, and where that tackle was made. But as Lucas said, we're still awaiting the call as there's a
Boy, what a key turnover, though, Mark. I mean, we really needed that here in the second half. Humboldt driving. Defense was able to get the pressure on Matson, have him throw it up.
And I think the Tigers knew, if they just hang in this game defensively as long as they can, at a certain point, an 11-play drive is tough to pull off to get points. I mean, that takes so much discipline and just so many good plays in a row that if you hang in there and continue to force Kaden Matson to try to make a play, you can make one defensively. So now we're finally going to get the head referee's word on that last play.
Well, they're throwing the football. They're going to 3 penalties.
Personal foul, 69 on the receiving team. Personal foul, offense, and then personal foul, face mask on the defense. 15 yards from the end of the run, with first down Spencer.
So a lot to keep track of there. You had personal fouls offsetting from both teams, but then the penalty on the face mask that will give the Tigers a 15-yard positive mark-off, and Spencer's going to have the football near midfield all the way out to about the 46.
Now you understand why it took so long for them to talk, trying to figure out 3 penalties and how it ended up. So the Tigers have benefited of the face mask at the end, and they'll get the ball on their own 45 here.
And I don't know where the personal fouls came into account. Maybe there was some pushing and shoving on the sideline, but
actually it's going to be the 46.
Tigers will be 1st and 10 now. Derek Huss, the lone wide receiver. He split wide right. Spencer leads 20-19 as the Tigers come up with their first takeaway here this evening. Handoff to John Nissen. Belly play on the right side. John turns on the jets and gets around the corner. And John is going to be close to first down yardage on a play that, let's just say there's no other fullback in 3A that's going to do that, probably.
Yeah, that's all John Nissen. That's a play that's supposed to go right inside the tackle, and he broke it clear to the sideline, just showing his speed. And as you mentioned, Mark, you just don't have a between the tackle guy in 3A football that has that kind of speed to the outside.
Tigers have been blessed with some very fast, athletic B-backs over the years, and John Nissen is the latest. 2:38 left to play in this third quarter. Tigers lead by a point. Spencer's at the 46 of Humboldt. Handoff to John Nissen right side. John with the quick hitter over right guard. Jumps out to the 40-yard line, and it will be a gain of 6.
Yeah, just good power football. Just going right off the right side there is what you're looking at here. And you've got Drew at center, Javi Mendez at guard, 250 senior, Ethan Hyder at tackle, 6'4", 210. And boy, and you got Schmidt there on the other side at tight end at 200, 6'4". That's a big up front line.
And think about this, too. Kaden Matson's already carried it 20 times. For John Nissen, he's still relatively fresh. That was his 14th carry of the game. Tigers running it left this time with John Nissen. John staying on his feet, punishing tacklers as he's finally slung down by the safety, Kaden Matson. And from a Spencer Tiger perspective, you don't mind seeing John Nissen delivering a little bit of punishment to Kaden Matson on the back end of that defense.
Yeah, that takes a lot out of you to bring down. You know, John Nissen's almost 200 pounds, and their quarterback playing safety, Matson, came up with a hit, and the Tigers move it inside to the 31.
Gain of 9. It will set up a 2nd and 1. Matson's listed at 180. He's solidly built at 180, that's for sure, but John Nissen is very difficult to bring down as the Tigers will run it right. John Nissen again, and he trips up at the line of scrimmage, and I don't think he got the yard needed. It's going to be very, very close.
Did they give it to him?
I don't believe they did. He needs to get to the 30, and they mark it at the 30 and a half.
So a half yard short of a first down here. Boy, I'd like to see the Tigers just go straight ahead here. Nothing. You know, the last time we were in this situation, the Tigers ran an option to the outside, and Humboldt did a good job containing it. Let's see what the Tigers do here.
3rd down and 1 to go for the Tiger offense. Everybody in tight except for one receiver. Football's on the ground. Did the Tigers get back on top of it? John Nissen able to fall right back on top of the football.
Well, that was a break we needed there, Mark. No question about that.
And the Tigers will get the first down on top of it. Got the yard needed.
Yeah, it looked like on the ride between John and Jack, hit his elbow, and the ball bounced forward, and John was falling down, and it just landed in his lap.
And that's one of the things Coach Ellman from Humboldt talked about in the pregame is that John and Jack and the rest of the Tigers do such a good job of riding that mesh point for a long time, but that's the negative side of it. Sometimes you can see some scary things happen. 28 seconds left in the third quarter. It looks like the Tigers will have to run one more play at least.
Play clock at 5.
Spencer over the football for this 1st and 10 from the 29 of Humboldt. Tigers were on the QB follow. Jack DeWitt churning his legs, stays up, and is finally brought down at the 25-yard line. Gain of close to 5 for the Tigers on first down on the final play of the third quarter. We head to the fourth quarter with the Tigers in front. 20-19, second round of the football playoffs here on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we keep you connected. Supporting local community events you attend throughout the year or sponsoring an event your child participates in. Improving infrastructure throughout the community of Spencer for current and future residents, while providing services you can count on to make Spencer shine. At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we are keeping you connected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We keep you connected to your world.
Mid-Statesville.
Stand up, sit down, fight, fight, fight!
as we begin the fourth quarter, and the Spencer Tigers, as we've seen many times tonight, on the move towards the end zone, getting close to the red zone, but now absolutely imperative that the Tigers end this drive with points.
That's just the truth. I mean, you got to finish the drive. Being up one in your playoffs at home, start of the fourth quarter, ball on the 24-yard line, you got to finish this drive, Mark.
And as we see all the time, every single week in high school football, and it gets amplified in the playoffs, Tigers have the 2 turnovers in the first half. They get the turnover here in the second half, and you just immediately feel that wave of a momentum shift the way of the Tigers. And now on the move at the 24 of Humboldt. It will be 2nd down and 4 for the Tiger offense after a solid pickup on the quarterback follow from first down.
You got Eddington and Mikey Jordan in at A and C. We got twins. We got a power set here to the right, Mark.
Caleb Klein in the game as well as a tight end, and the Tigers will run it that power side to the right side. A sweep to John Nissen, and John's going to get the corner, stay in bounds, and then bowls over a tackler and is out of bounds at about the 11-yard line, a gain of 13.
That was a different look for the Tigers there. That was you saw that last weekend if you watched the Navy game where they bring a tackle over and then they bring their other halfback over, so you got double tights, and it's just a power toss sweep to John Nissen.
And that blocking was clearing a path for John, and then you add in the speed. He's able to get the corner. Very interesting play design there from Coach Ty. 1st down and 10. Football at the 12 of Humboldt. Tigers in the red zone. Running left this time. Handoff to John Nissen. Through the hole, into the end zone as he reaches across the goal line. And the Tigers score from about 9 yards out.
That was a beautiful run there by Johnny. Just running option football to the left side. Maverick over there and Drew and Brogan Sy are securing that. And Johnny with a great run and then reached out across the goal line to get the touchdown.
And it was actually more than 9. Football was at about the 12 when that was snapped. So a 12-yard touchdown. Here comes the extra point attempt. Kick is up. Flag flies. Kick is good, but this is going to be blown dead.
Yeah, I think it's going to be offsides.
So you have the 7 points in your pocket. Do you go for 2 here as you get halfway closer, or do you just play it safe and kick?
I don't think you ask Coach Zimmer that question right now.
I'm playing it safe and kicking.
Alluding to the Vikings going for that against the Seahawks to put the game away. But here the Tigers will set up for 1, chance to go up 8.
And especially with the problems we've seen from Humboldt kicking the football, I think you just go ahead and kick this away on the extra point attempt. Low snap, good hold by Carter, and the kick is up and good from Ian Youngdahl. Spencer 27, Humboldt 19. The Tigers with Spencer's largest lead of the game. 11:48 left to play on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
Make it an awesome autumn. Autumn is many people's favorite season. What's not to love about pumpkins on the front step, baking an apple pie, and feeling a bit of chill in the air? As your local communications provider, Spencer Municipal Utilities would love to make your autumn even more awesome. Granted, we don't offer pumpkin spice internet, but we do offer awesome speeds up to 1 gig, awesome prices to fit any budget, and awesome employees who are here to help. Call Spencer Municipal Utilities at 712-580-5800 for an awesome internet plan.
11:48 left to play here at Dale Norton Field in Spencer, where the Spencer Tigers lead the Humboldt Wildcats 27-18, make that 27-19, and the 13-yard touchdown run from John Nissen makes it now 19 carries in the game for John and an even 200 yards to go along with a pair of rushing scores. As the Spencer Tigers will kick it deep. Lucas, that last drive, what did it look like statistics-wise?
8 plays, 54 yards set up by the Campbell Wessels interception, 3 minutes off the clock.
Ian Youngdahl puts his foot through it and kicks it deep, but a flag thrown to stop the kickoff.
Yeah, I think the Tigers are offsides there on the kick, so we'll be re-kicking that.
Offside, kicking team number 5, 5-yard penalty, we kick it up.
We got college officials that even call out the number on the offender. Tigers just trying to get full head of steam to get down there, get good coverage.
Good news is just the 4th penalty for the purple and gold here tonight.
And that's obviously just a 5-yard penalty.
So now the Tigers will kick it away from the 35. Ian Youngdahl electing to kick that last one deep, but remember the always dangerous number 17, Will Orness. Back deep for the Wildcats. He's proven to be a difference in the game so far. As we are ready to attempt the kick once again. Ian approaches the tee and will put his foot through it again. Another deep kick. It will bounce at about the 15 through the legs of Orness. Goes back to get it. Now sets up the middle return, runs into his own man, and he's swarmed and brought down, and the Tigers will make the stop at the 20-yard line. Beautiful work after backing up 5 yards, kicking it again, and stopping a dangerous return man at his own 20.
Yeah, that's a win there for the special teams and Tigers on the kickoff coverage.
11:41 left to play, fourth quarter. Spencer leads 27-19. The Humboldt Wildcats back on the field offensively after the Wildcats' first turnover of the game tonight. Campbell Wessels with the interception for the Spencer Tigers. And now the Tiger defense defending Humboldt starting from its own 20. One receiver each side of the field. Looking to throw is Matson. Sets up, now going to try and scramble outside the pocket, throws on the run, and it's through the hands, bobbled by a second receiver, and it falls incomplete. And the Tigers very fortunate that Nazir Evans wasn't just Johnny on the spot in the right spot at the right time.
Yeah, really carromed off him, and he had a chance to make the play. Tigers a good pursuit there. He had time, and then he tried to roll to the outside and forgot how fast Hyder was. Hyder was thinking he got held, but he was still able to force him to throw it.
And I think the intended target that time was Orness, Will Orness, who continues to grow into this game as a major figure. Here's 2nd down and 10 now for the Humboldt offense. And it's a handoff on a running play to the left side for Jensen. And Jensen takes a big pop from Cadence Hoffmeyer as Jensen was wrapped up by Titan Coleman. Cadence came over to help finish that run, and it's a gain of 6 in the end.
Yeah, Titan, good pursuit. And Cadence finished him off, but they still were able to give up 6. So it's 3rd and a short 4 here for Humboldt.
Clock winding to 11 minutes left to play as the Wildcats break the huddle. Humboldt will have it at its own 26 for this 3rd down and 3. Tigers lead 27-19. Snap to Matson. Keeps it. Quarterback run straight ahead. Big pop, and Matson stopped shy of the line to gain. Cadence Hoffmeyer again helping to make the stop as Matson a little slow to get up.
Yeah, he got popped right in the shoulder pads.
Gain of 2, but he needed 3.
Yeah, I think they're bringing on the punt team here, Mark, but they're on their own 29.
There is nothing out of the equation here either.
No, there isn't.
From what we've seen from the Wildcats tonight, already have run a fake punt. We've seen them attempt.
It's not that late yet, and they know if they give it to us here, we should be able to put it, go up 2 scores. But nothing would surprise me, Mark.
So Gabe Goodell, a very good athlete, stands at his own 18 to receive this long snap. He calls for max protect as everybody comes in. High snap, but he fields it with one hand and somehow gets the punt away. It's a short kick, and it will take a Tiger bounce at the 50 and roll sideways. And then Christian Hookfin jumped on the football near the sideline and was out of bounds. Didn't need to do that.
Yeah, sure didn't.
But the Tigers will have it in plus territory at the 48 of the Humboldt Wildcats after that's just a great job by Goodell to even handle that football.
Yeah, that could have easily been dropped, muffed, blocked. Super job of just getting it away.
I guess I never thought about that, but that is a big-time benefit of having an athlete at your punter position is to be able to one-hand a catch of a snap up above you, which is... So an illegal motion penalty against Humboldt. The Tigers declined the penalty because of the short kick.
Yeah, great field position on Wildcat side of the field here.
And a big-time drive in the game about to start. 9:55 left to play. Tigers lead 27-19 over the football at the 48 of Humboldt. Drew Huff at center. Snaps it back to Jack DeWitt. Hands it off to John Nissen. Nissen through the hole. Nissen at full speed. Nissen to the 30. Inside the 30 has one tackle to break, and Nazir Evans is able to bring him down from behind, and that will be a horse collar tackle sent back the other way as Nazir Evans has to bring every ounce of his power to drag down John Nissen.
Well, Johnny's just on fire, and that was, again, that down play, the Tigers stretch play where we're saying our offensive line is good. Try to stop us, and John Nissen gets to the outside, add 15 on top of it.
Gain of 33 on that carry for John, gets it to the 16-yard line. So it actually Has to be a gain of 32. And now tack on the 15 yards. Nazir Evans is just reacting now to that call and not happy with it. I don't know what he expected was going to be called. But that's going to be half the distance now. And the ball will be placed down at the 8 instead of the 16. Gain of 32 yards for John Nissen, who's now well north of 200 in the game.
Yeah, he's approaching 250, I believe. Mark.
So now the Tigers have it first and goal to go from the 8-yard line. 9:45 left to play. Jack DeWitt to the line of scrimmage. Gets the snap. Follows through the hole, following John Nissen. Jack leans forward and falls inside the 5 down to the 2. Gain of 6 for Jack DeWitt. Lucas, for our listeners that can't see the game here tonight, explain that quarterback follow.
Well, what it is you've got such a strong B-back in John Nissen that everybody's keen on him, and he just basically hooks his wagon behind him, and it becomes a quarterback follow where they're going after John, and he can just slip off either direction, and there he gets it down, just inside the 3 here for the Tigers.
John would probably disagree because he's the one taking the hits, but he kind of just gets to run through like a bull in a china shop then, too. That's got to be kind of fun. 2nd down and goal to go from the 2. Tigers snap it, hand it off to John, and John walks into the end zone. Nobody wanted a piece of him that time as the Tigers get it across for the score. And now we'll wait and see with Spencer leading by 14. The Tigers will attempt the extra point.
Nice to see Johnny be able to finish off that with the touchdown.
Nobody in a blue uniform wanted a piece of John on that one at the goal line.
You could see they said, he's going to get his 2. We're not even touching him.
So a 2-yard score for John Nissen, his 3rd rushing score of the night on his 21st carry. Now the Tigers will attempt the extra point, leading 33-19. The kick is up, and it is good. Spencer extends the lead, now out in front 34-19 with 9 minutes left to play on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
There's an easier way. With SMU's bank payment plan, you can pay your bill without ever leaving your home. Log on to smunet.net and sign up for SMU's bank payment plan today.
9 minutes left to play here at Dale Norton Field in Spencer, and the Tigers lead the Humboldt Wildcats 34-19. And we've just adopted a new nickname for the Tiger offense here tonight. Not the air raid, the ground raid.
The ground raid allows the Tigers to go 3 plays, 52 yards in under a minute. And that was pretty much John Nissen show there, featuring the Tiger offensive line.
And for John now, 21 carries in the game, 234 yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns.
I thought he was a little higher than that. I thought he was close to 250. He is.
Ian Youngdahl to kick it away for Spencer. Kicks it high and deep, and it's over the head of everybody.
Stops on the 1.
Nazir Evans picks it up at the 1, now drops it. Picks it up again, and he's crushed at the 1-yard line. Nazir Evans took a huge hit at the 1. My goodness gracious. I'm glad that he got up.
Holy cow. Who was it?
Blazek, I think, got over there.
Blazek, the punter, just on a mission. Whoa.
Blazek comes in and absolutely levels Nazir Evans, who had to have his heart in his throat when he dropped it. But, man, he goes to pick it up, and here comes Blake Blazek on the coverage.
Well, the Tigers are going to be peeled back here. Ball on the 2-yard line. We're going to be coming.
The entire Tiger sideline reacted like Spencer just scored a touchdown. That was awesome. Javi Mendez on the field jumps over to the sideline just in time. 1st and 10 for Humboldt. Wildcats running the goal line offense from their own goal line, which is not ideal. And they will pick up about 2 on the straight-ahead run. I think that was just a keeper from the quarterback.
It was. I'm gonna see which way the defensive line slanted, just go off my center and try to give us some breathing room. Gets it up.
So that will set up 2nd down and 8 now for the Humboldt offense. That expected to see a little bit more speed in between plays here with 8:30 left to play. They're taking some time off the clock.
So you got Logan in there up front.
3 receivers in the formation. 1 is a tight end. Matson gets the snap, looking to throw. Passes near the sideline, catch made by Jacob Heyer, and he tries to get out of bounds. Christian Hookfin there to help him get out of bounds. And it will be a nice pickup on the throw and catch out to the 15, gain of about 11.
Yeah, just a quick little square out to the sideline. Christian keeping him in front of him.
Surprised we haven't seen Heyer get involved in the passing game more after the long catch early on. He looks to be a pretty impressive receiver.
Well, with them down 2 touchdowns, you think they're going to start throwing it out there. Now they've got some breathing room to work.
1st and 10 from the 15 of Humboldt. Tigers lead 34-19, 8 minutes left to play. Quick throw to the right side this time. Orness in space with the football, puts his foot in the ground, gets past one man, and is finally tripped up at the 35 as Will Orness continues to show off just the game-changing speed, gets it out to the 37-yard line, a gain of 22. And a personal foul penalty is called against the Spencer Tigers.
I'm not sure what that, well, that's a tough one on top of that here. And the Tigers really need to just keep their composure here. Up 14, Humboldt starting to drive a little bit, picked up 2 completions in a row, then added 15 on top of it with the personal foul.
Was it a hit on the quarterback, I'm wondering?
Well, it was on Carter's, the number they called out, and I would assume he was
he's in the middle of the field here, and he got into a little bit of a,
I think it was a
Donnybrook, I think, in the middle.
Yeah, I think that was kind of a tough call. It
looked pretty 50-50.
Yeah.
Kind of a wrestling match. So Humboldt crosses midfield out to the 48 of Spencer after the big penalty mark-off. And now the Wildcats fake the handoff. Matson's got a man on a slant, Heyer with the catch. Evades one man, still on his feet, and will be all the way to the 20-yard line before he's finally brought down, a gain of 28 on the slant over the middle.
So you've seen a pass play of 12, 15, 28, and a 15-yard penalty on top of that. And all of a sudden, Humboldt's picking up some pace inside the Tigers' red zone down to the 19. Clock running at 7:35 left in the game. Tigers up 34-19.
1st and 10, football at the 19 of Spencer.
No quitting the Wildcats here, Mark.
Twin receivers to the right. Kaden Matson in the shotgun with Jordan Jensen. Fakes the handoff to Jensen. Throws to the right side, and it's dropped by Will Orness. And he smartly covers it up just in case, but it's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, that's one of those I think could have gone either way. It looked like he started to run forward, but he never had complete control. Incomplete pass.
Orness, just a sophomore, and started this game off. We weren't calling his name much at all, and as the game's continued, he's become a big factor. Wildcats send one receiver left and right. Nazir Evans to the right, Jacob Heyer to the left. Carter Petznauser will come up and press cover Heyer. Heyer with a good release, but they're going to run the football through the middle with Kaden Matson, the quarterback, keeper, and he will pick up 5 after a slow picking his way through the middle run of 5 yards.
Yeah, tough run in there up the middle. So they're 3rd and 5 here. Ball right at the 15. Tigers coming with a different look there on Heyer, bringing Carter over to jam him at the line, saying we're not going to let this RPO get us.
23 carries now for Matson, 118 yards. 3rd down and 6 now for the Wildcat offense. Carter Petznauser not pressing this time, instead playing more in the slot. Passes towards the other corner. Campbell Wessels goes up to make a play on it. Did he come down with the football? No, incomplete.
Nice play there by Campbell. Great coverage.
Campbell Wessels is...
He had great position. He was right where he needed to be, playing on the inside, forcing him to the corner. And, boy, I thought that was going to come down as a tie. I was a little concerned where it was going to go. Falls away incomplete.
And was that the intended target, Will Orness, on the far side? Didn't go towards Heyer, which...
Boy, has Campbell grown up here in 2 weeks.
He
started early at Lamar's, then comes back, starts at the Warriors game to clinch the district title, and then here he is in the playoffs, making a big break up there.
Playing with a ton of confidence. 4th and 6 now. Football at the 15 of Spencer. Matson fakes the handoff, rolls to his right. Ethan Hyder is there with him, pulls him down, and a flag thrown right as Ethan Hyder's making the tackle.
They're going to say he grabbed him around the top of the shoulder pads again, I'm afraid, Mark. What do you think?
At a certain point, you have to ask the question if they're being too tight with the horse collar calls. That's our 3rd or 4th, if that's the one.
Boy, that's a tough call if that's what it's going to be. Great pursuit there by Hyder, just to, able to reach out and grab him.
Hey, you know what? It was the head referee that made this call. We'll see if he can be talked out of it, but right now they're in discussion.
Yeah, that was Great pursuit.
And it is a horse collar tackle against the Tigers on 4th down to extend the drive.
That's a tough one. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down, and Hyder with just great pursuit there. And reached up, must have got him up around the shoulder pads. And that's a tough one, Mark.
Listen to this. 3rd horse collar penalty against the Spencer Tigers tonight. Humboldt had one as well near the sideline.
We haven't seen 4 all season combined in games.
So 1st and 10 now, or 1st and goal to go from the 8 rather for the Humboldt Wildcats inside the Tiger 10. Fake the handoff. Now rolling out to the left is Kaden Matson. He's pressured by Caden Hoffmeyer. Flag thrown back near the line of scrimmage as Matson able to work his way inside the 5 down the sideline.
And this might be a make-up holding call, Mark, is what I would guess.
And this one probably coming back based on where it was thrown, right near where the center snapped the football.
I mean, I shouldn't say that out loud, but that's might have been a hold on Hyder the play before, you know. So anyway, it's going to back him up. Good pursuit there. Boy, did you see Cadence Hoffmeyer coming on the pursuit there.
Yeah, Cadence was moving. And the Tiger fans let out a sarcastic cheer here at Dale Norton Field, feeling hard done by with those horse collar penalties.
Well, especially when fourth down, and it was going to be a sack or a throwaway, and he didn't even pull him to the ground. I mean, he grabbed him. And
yeah, I thought it was a little bit of a quick whistle for sure. Now Humboldt will start 1st and goal to go from its own from the Tiger 24. Kaden Matson in the shotgun, needs to get in the end zone. Matson setting up to throw towards the end zone. Campbell Wessels in coverage again. Heyer goes up for the football, and he might have taken it away. Jacob Heyer comes down with the ball for a score as the bigger wide receiver goes up against the smaller Tiger defensive back and is able to rip the football away, as that's just a good play by the wide receiver.
Yeah, it really was. Good pass. They just threw it up there, tried to go over Campbell. Campbell's in perfect position, just wrestled it away from him.
Jacob Heyer is 6'2", able to go up and locate the football, and really Campbell did a nice job, too, of making a play on the ball, and I think they simultaneously had it at one point. Heyer able to rip it away. Jacob Heyer, the 6'2", 265-pound junior.
24-yard pass, Mark?
Yes, 24 yards, 2nd passing touchdown tonight for quarterback Kaden Matson. And now the officials explaining something to the sideline for Humboldt. Don't think there was a penalty flag, so I'm not sure. Maybe there was. We're going to get into.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, Spencer. 15-yard penalty on the kickoff. Touchdown good.
Unsportsmanlike penalty against the Spencer Tigers, and it will be enforced on the kickoff.
Boy, that's a tough one. We've had a couple of personal fouls here tonight that have just hurt.
Oh, man, not only penalties, but of the 15-yard variety. That is the Tigers' 7th penalty here tonight, and the Tigers need to stay focused right now. 6:12 left to play. Going for 2 is Humboldt at the 2-yard line. Fake the handoff. Kaden Matson rolls, throws over the middle, going up high and making the catch is Gabe Goodell over the middle. What a play by Goodell, and an absolutely massive 2-point conversion makes it 34-27 Spencer Tigers as Gabe Goodell comes down with the catch in the middle of the field. 6:12 left to play. Spencer 34, Humboldt 27. You're listening to Tiger Football on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
Wonder.
Spencer 34, Humboldt 27 as the Wildcats get into the end zone on a drive that was filled with all kinds of controversy from really the get-go. And you think about probably the biggest play on that drive, the 4th and 6. The Tigers look like they're going to get a stop, and instead a penalty against Spencer extends the drive, and it leads to a 24-yard pass completion to Jacob Heyer. Gabe Goodell to get Humboldt within 7.
And you would think now that Humboldt being 15 yards closer would really shoot to get this in the end zone, put the Tigers on the 20.
Or do they get frisky and try the onside?
Well, you know what? Exactly. 6:12 left. Lots can happen here. And it's been interesting with the Humboldt kicking game. You know, they've gone for –
The first thing you said to me tonight when we got here was, wow, Max Mason can really kick for Humboldt. And we haven't seen him being able to utilize that much. He does set up like he wants to try the onside to the right side. Hard onside kick, hits off a Tiger. Did Spencer get on top of it? Football is there for grabs, and Humboldt got the football. The Wildcats kicked it hard right at the Spencer Tigers up front, and the Tigers could not control it.
You had that feeling when they had 15 yards off the penalty, great field position to go for it.
My goodness, the way that he almost targeted a Spencer Tiger player to pick out here on this.
Yeah, it was just very well lined up. It took a funny bounce off the shoulder pad.
I mean, though, he did not kick that like a normal onside where you really take your foot off of it. He gave it a little bit of mustard, and the Tigers could not handle it. So 1st and 10 now for the Humboldt offense from the Tiger 34. Kaden Matson in the shotgun. Straight drop back, throwing near the sideline, and he almost threw it right to Kenny Rash. Fortunately for Matson, that pass was too tall, and I'm not quite sure where the wires got crossed there.
Yeah, right now Humboldt's gaining some confidence here in that last drive with a series of pass completions and bailed down a couple penalties here, and the Tigers have got to keep their composure and get a stop.
6:06 left to play. Spencer 34, Humboldt 27. 2nd down and 10 now for the Wildcats. 3 receivers in the formation, 2 to the left side. Matson running to the left. Looks like he wants to keep it. Now back across the grain, through the middle. 1st down. Kaden Matson as he gets upfield. Ethan Hyder finally brings him down, but not before a 12-yard gain.
Boy, you can just tell the momentum has shifted here as they get the ball off the onside kick down to the 21. And there was just a situation of just Tigers aggressive, over pursuing. He'd be able to cut back in the angles and pick up the 1st down.
The sideline is bouncing over there for the Humboldt Wildcats, while the Tiger sideline has certainly gone subdued. 1st and 10 from the Tiger 21 now. 5:36 left to play. Humboldt spreads one receiver wide right. Handed off on the running play to the left side. Jensen puts his foot in the ground, gets upfield. A penalty flag thrown near the line of scrimmage. And I'm done guessing on what penalties are.
Absolutely.
So I will wait for the head referee to tell us.
Tiger's doing a good job of setting the edge there to the outside and forced him back inside.
Holding on the offense. Gabe Goodell, the tight end, trying to set that edge. Gets a little bit too much uniform.
And the Tigers, John Nissen coming in here at linebacker. Titan Coleman coming off.
And that is the 8th penalty on Humboldt. Spencer has 7, but the difference has been Spencer's have been of the horse collar personal foul variety that have marched Humboldt up the field with positive penalty mark-offs.
That was a big penalty, but we've seen they can get yards quick.
1st and 24. We saw the Wildcats score from 24 yards out the last time on 1st down. Twin receivers right. Matson standing in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Rolling right. Steps up, throws into coverage, and Ornest trying to come back to the football. And there's some contact, but it's Ornest trying to come back to the ball. Collided with the Spencer player.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a break on this.
And there's 2 penalty flags out near the sideline. And the Tiger fans, if this is against Spencer, are going to lose their minds. Tigers called for the pass interference.
Yeah, that's tough. Called on your all-district DB 2 years in a row. I didn't see it, but that's it's going to move him ahead here.
If anything, it was a penalty created by the ball not being on target, because Will Ornest is trying to work his way back towards the football, but Carter Petzenhauser has just as much right to be in that spot as Ornest does to go back for the ball. So
when it's all said and done, the interference negates the holding. We're back where we started pretty much. 1st and 11, ball on the Tigers 21.
5:04 left to play. Humboldt stands over the football with twins to the left side, one tight end to the right. And a whistle.
I think the Tigers called a timeout.
Spencer Tiger timeout with 5:04 left to play. Spencer 34, Humboldt 27 on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
Mom?
5:04 left to play here at Dale Norton Field in Spencer, where the Spencer Tigers lead the Humboldt Wildcats 34-27, but Humboldt threatening 1st and 11 from the Tiger 22. Kaden Matson in the shotgun, gets the snap, fakes the handoff, looking to throw over the middle, puts it up for grabs. It's bobbled and dropped, and a flag is thrown in very, very late as the Tigers break up the play on the football.
Boy, this is...
And this is going to be against Spencer, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, I'm afraid. From where they threw it, it looks like it's going to be interference. And
it's being called like a basketball game right now.
I don't know about that. That's just another tough call, I'm afraid.
It's going to be DPI against the Tigers. I have a bad feeling. Because it was both players trying to make a play on the football. Tigers called for the defensive pass interference, second time this drive.
So it's going to be a first down here as the chains move, put the ball on the 11 so they can still get a first down inside the 1. Tiger defense.
I just did the math on the penalty yardage tonight, and I think it's up near the 120 range of yardage against the Spencer Tigers. Humboldt Wildcats, 1st and 10 now from the Tiger 11. Kaden Matson in the shotgun, twins left. The snap, quick pass to the left side. Will Orness with the catch. Sets up the man, and he brings him down immediately. Great tackle by Evan Johnson, who has to make the play in space, and that's not an easy play to make.
No, that's a one-on-one play there, and Evan came up, was able to make it. Just throwing it out there into the flat, moves it down to the 7. Tigers doing some shuffling in there, so now you're having Carter playing at the corner, and you've got Christian Hookman at the other corner, Landon at free safety, and then you've got EJ, and then Kenny Rash is back up in his strong safety position.
Twin receivers right, 2nd down and 6. Now for the Humboldt offense, football's at about the 7. A whistle and a flag pre-snap. And again, I'm not going to speculate. False start, Humboldt backs up the Wildcats 5 yards. That's a nice little boost to the Tiger defense.
It's going to be 2nd and 11. Clock goes down to 4:17 left in the game. Tigers leading by 7. Wildcats driving.
4:17 left to play as the clock starts once again. 2nd down and 11. Football at the 13 of Spencer. Twin receivers right. It's Will Orness in the slot. Jacob Heyer, the outside receiver. Gabe Goodell in at tight end. Orness comes in motion. He'll set up on the left side now. Looking that way is Matson. Now Matson flushed out of the pocket by Ethan Hyder, throws it away, and it's out of bounds as Matson slung down to the turf. And again, Ethan Hyder looking back to the head referee just to make sure that he didn't do anything again that could potentially draw a flag.
Yeah, Ethan's got called for 2 of those, and that one, you saw him, he went to the waist to try to get him. He wasn't going to go high at all, and then checked with the official afterwards.
It was almost like a receiver setting up at the start of a play to make sure he's set up on sides. Ethan wanted to check after the play.
And Tigers need to win the next 2 downs here, Mark.
3rd down and 11. Football's at the 12. Humboldt taking a little bit longer in the huddle that time. As the Wildcats send Nazir Evans all the way out wide, and the Tigers not out to him yet. Now Christian Hookfin hurries. Christian out there now.
Well, there's a lot of space out there.
Matson looking that way. Evans calling for the football, and the pass is off target behind Nazir Evans. He had him. And now a penalty flag is thrown again in the end zone. 5 seconds after the play concluded.
Boy, this doesn't.
I missed this one.
Yeah, I didn't see it at all. It was way away. Afterwards, everybody's walking back to the huddle. They threw the flag. And with the Tigers around it, that doesn't look good.
Pass interference, defense number 9. Half the distance to goal. Still 3rd down.
Defensive pass interference called against the Spencer Tigers again on a pass that was well behind the intended target.
So they say it's half the distance to the goal. And so it's still 3rd down.
I didn't see a lot of contact there at all.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, I guess there was a little bit in the end zone but it was again the receiver creating that contact.
So we're 3rd and 5 here for the Tiger defense. 3:48 left.
Ball is at the 6-yard line of Spencer, and now a timeout being taken by the Humboldt Wildcats with 3:48 left to play, and a 3rd down and 5 upcoming here on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
Make it an awesome autumn Autumn is many people's favorite season. What's not to love about pumpkins on the front step, baking an apple pie, and feeling a bit of chill in the air? As your local communications provider, Spencer Municipal Utilities would love to make your autumn even more awesome. Granted, we don't offer pumpkin spice internet, but we do offer awesome speeds up to 1 gig, awesome prices to fit any budget, and awesome employees who are here to help. Call Spencer Municipal Utilities at 712-580-5800 for an awesome internet plan.
(34-27), the Spencer Tigers with a 7-point lead, 3:48 left to play here at Dale Norton Field in Spencer. The football is at the 6-yard line of the Tigers, and it will be 3rd down and 5 upcoming for the Humboldt offense that's taking its time in the huddle, making sure they get the correct play call here.
Yeah, they've had it for 3 minutes here on this drive.
3:48 left to play. Football's on the left hash mark, 1 receiver each side of the formation. Quarterback Kaden Matson in the shotgun. Matson awaits the snap as the Tiger fans get loud. Matson trying to throw on the run, and the catch is made in the end zone. A sliding catch by Will Orness as Orness comes back to the football, makes a play, and the Humboldt Wildcats within a point. 34-33, Spencer Tigers with 3:42 left to play. And a touchdown reception for the Humboldt Wildcats to pull within a point.
Well, you're going to speculate here, Mark? They're going to go for the PAT?
I would think so, but they're leaving the offense on the field, it looks like. So the Wildcats thinking maybe they haven't had much chance of stopping the Spencer Tigers. Playing on the road, hey, let's go for 2. Same formation. They flip the tight end from left to right. 1 receiver right, 1 receiver left. Football's at the 2. And a timeout taken pre-snap. And it's Humboldt again with the timeout. 3:42 left to play. Spencer 34, Humboldt 33 on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
We need to know what is it and why is it there.
And this is just getting weirder and weirder.
Watch your favorite channel anytime, anywhere with Watch TV Everywhere on SMU Cable. Learn more at smunet.net or watchTVEverywhere.com.
.342 left to play here at Dale Norton Field in Spencer, where the Spencer Tigers lead the Humboldt Wildcats 34-33. And now the Humboldt Wildcats with a decision to make, and they will leave the offense on the field as they set up for a potential 2-point conversion and a chance to take the lead.
Going for it all here. The playoffs on the line.
Jacob Heyer is split wide left. He's being guarded by Carter Petzenhauser. Nazir Evans in the slot, guarded by Evan Johnson. Matson with the football, trying to run it in, and he will make it across the goal line on the quarterback keeper. And Humboldt will be ahead by a point now, 35-34. 35-34 our score with 3:42 left to play. The Spencer Tigers will be on the field with the kick return team, but need to be very wary after that last touchdown drive set up by a Humboldt onside kick. You're listening to Tiger Football. Spencer trails by 1 on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
Flavor Town Market, where chefs courageously battle in games such as 5 ingredients or less, frozen food feud, and the food wheel. All yearn to taste victory.
That's crazy.
But only one will be a champion in the aisles of Guy's Grocery Games. All new, Wednesday night at 9 on Food Network.
Watch this channel and many others anytime, anywhere with Watch TV Everywhere with SMU Cable. Learn more at smunet.net or watchTVEverywhere.com.
.342 left to play. Spencer trails by 1. It's Humboldt 35, Spencer 34. As Max Mason approaches the tee to kick it away, it's a squib kick, and it hits off a Spencer Tiger up man, and Cole Rudder found the football and jumped on top of it. My goodness gracious, I don't think they were trying to hit a Spencer Tiger, but another fortunate bounce for the Humboldt Wildcats kicking that football, and it actually hit off of Seth Knorr, who is one of the Tiger up men. and give all the credit in the world to Cole Rudder for the awareness to find that football.
Yeah, it hit him off the head as he was going back to set up his wall, the side of his head. And, boy, Tigers with great field position now on the 44. Need a game-winning drive here, Mark.
3:38 left to play. Tigers with the football, 1st and 10. Jack DeWitt will hand it off to John Nissen. Nissen with a huge hole. Nissen across the 50 and delivering punishment as he gets to the 45. Kaden Matson and Jake Lenning not really making the tackle so much as catching John Nissen as he comes across the 45.
Yeah, nothing special there. They're called down play. Said, here we come. Tiger offensive line's going to seal off blocks. Give the deep hand up to John Nissen and let him go to work.
2:45 on the ground for John here tonight on 22 carries as the Tigers take their time at the line of scrimmage with 3:20 left to play. One receiver. Jack DeWitt will get the snap. Hands it off left this time to John Nissen. Nissen with another nice hole. Stays on his feet and powers inside the 40 down to the 37-yard line. And it will bring up a 2nd down and 3 to go after the gain of 7.
Yeah, ran that same stretch play to the left side that time. And Tiger offensive line doing a good job there, just holding their blocks.
Under 3 minutes left to play now. By the time the Tigers snap it, it'll be about 2:30 on the clock. One receiver in formation to the right side. 2nd down and 3. Tigers running it right. John Nissen down play to the right side, and John rides the contact, picks up 2, and it will bring up a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, option to the right. And so it's on the ball right on the 35. 2:25 clock running. Subbing out Carter, bringing in Christian Hookfin on the split.
2:20 left to play and the clock running. Tiger fans are acting like the Tigers need to hurry. I like this,
yeah,
taking time off the clock. No need to be in a hurry here. 3rd down and 1. Tigers snap it. Hand it off to John. John through the whole 1st down and inside the 30 down to the 28. 2:05 left to play, and now Jack DeWitt wanting to pick up the tempo a little bit.
Well, they'll reset the 1st down. They'll start on the reset of the whistle. So the Tigers know what they're going to do, and let's not be crazy. It just should be a handoff to John and keep moving forward.
1st and 10, ball at the 29 of Humboldt. Running it to the left side option. Jack DeWitt keeps it and is brought down. Essentially no gain on the play. And a timeout probably going to be taken here by the Tigers. No, they're not. 1:41 and counting left to play. Thought that the Tigers might take a timeout, but instead 2nd down and 10. Tigers on the football, running it right this time. John Nissen with it. Nissen pushing the pile. Gets to about the 25-yard line. 1:27 left to play, and a timeout taken by the Spencer Tigers after a gain of 4. And it will bring up a 3rd down and 6. There's an injured Humboldt player down, but he's back onto his feet and headed back to the huddle. We'll take a timeout with the timeout on the field. Spencer down by 1. Humboldt 35, Spencer 34. 1:25 left to play on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
Follow the Spencer Tigers. New for 2020, tune in for select Spencer Tiger home events on the Spencer Channel 3, live on Spencer Municipal Utilities cable service, or online on the Spencer Channel 3 YouTube channel. Spencer Tiger home events will also be rebroadcast on the Spencer Channel 3 this fall. For a schedule of when they will air, visit our website at smunet.net. Go Tigers from all of us at Spencer Municipal Utilities.
What about the speed offense? 1:25 left to play. Spencer 34, Humboldt 35. Ball is at the 25 of Humboldt. Spencer with a 3rd down and 7 now. Tigers go tackle over on the right side. They will run it that way. John Nissen with the football. John through the hole, staying on his feet, bundled over, and now a flag thrown at the end of the play, right as John is brought down. And John now is getting his shoulder pads back in order. Was that tackle up around his shoulder pads?
I'm not going to speculate, but it was on the tackle.
And now the officials are discussing, and we'll keep eyes on that Humboldt sideline as the Wildcats wait to get the call as well.
Boy, it's pretty quiet here.
1:19 left to play, and everybody hanging on this penalty call.
This is such a big call here, Mark. 3rd and 8 for the Tigers.
And now we get the call, personal foul. Horse collar against the Humboldt Wildcats. 5th horse collar call in this game between the two teams.
All right, so that gives us a 1st down, moves us down inside the red zone. 1:19 left here, trailing by 1.
So the football will be marched down all the way to the 12-yard line. The Tigers had it at the 25. Instead, it goes to the 12.5. And now it's 1st down and 10 from the 11-yard line of Humboldt. Tigers on the football. One receiver left. Jack DeWitt gets the football, hands it off to John Nissen. Big hole for John. Stays on his feet inside the 5, down to the 2. And I don't think that's the worst thing in the world, getting tackled inside the 5 and letting some time run off.
Nope, I agree with you, Mark.
Remember, Humboldt has just one timeout left, used 2 on that last offensive series, and now a timeout taken. And if that's Humboldt's final timeout, and Humboldt uses its final timeout, its 3rd of the half, with 57.7 seconds left to play.
Yeah, they're going to reset it at 1:02 when they called the timeout. And the Tigers on the 2-yard line here, Mark. Wow, what a game.
Able to pick up 9 on that last carry was John Nissen. And John now is up to 268 yards on the ground. His biggest output of the season.
Yeah, what did he have a storm like?
230 range, I want to say.
Well, there's no question Johnny's healthy, and the offensive line's played phenomenal. And right now, obviously you want to punch it in the end zone, and, Ian could kick it. But here's the deal. The clock's going to run. I mean, they haven't stopped Johnny from 2 yards yet.
No, and I think an added component to John's running here tonight, the cold temperatures, I think, you don't want to tackle the guy that's 190 pounds at the end of the season in these kind of conditions. 1:02 left to play. Spencer over the football, 2nd down, and the Tigers hand it off to John Nissen. He's stacked up at the line, and he didn't get in. Tigers did not get into the end zone, so the clock will run to 55 seconds. Now there's an injured Tiger player down as there was a mass of bodies twisted up right at the line of scrimmage. It's actually Ethan Hyder, and he pops right back up to his feet. So that's good news. The bad news is
clock should be started here.
Oh, and actually the Tigers just got a 1st down there.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, they're not moving it that
No,
way.
they're shy of it by about a yard. So Spencer can still get a 1st down, I think.
Yeah, it's
based on where the far side judge is, they might have to measure
that's
this.
what they're talking about. See, yep, they're bringing out the change to see if they got the 1st down, it looks like.
Because what had happened, the Tigers had 1st and 10 from the 11. So the Tigers could still pick up that 1st down inside the 1, and now they are going to measure that.
It's kind of about the officials here tonight, Mark.
Man, it's been a weird game in that respect, hasn't it? I mean, there's been so many calls that have made big differences in this game.
I mean, the horse collars scored for them, but the horse collar kept us going here on this drive.
Touchdown called back on a punt return. And the Tigers have enough for the 1st down. 1st down, Spencer, with 55 seconds left. And once they reset this football, Lucas, that clock will start.
And that's exactly right. Tigers are starting on the ball here. I wonder if they're going to just sneak it behind Drew Huff.
I don't know, but I hope Jack realizes here that he can run a little time. I mean, you don't want to be excessive, but
you are behind too, Mark.
That's true.
I think that just gets in your psyche that you want to get it.
And they're high school players
also. That's exactly right.
Not Tom Brady. 52 seconds left. Handoff to John Nissen into the end zone for the touchdown as John Nissen gets it across the goal line. And the Spencer Tigers run 6 seconds off the clock. 49.8 seconds left to play. Spencer leads 40-35 with the extra point pending. And the Tigers now... Shouldn't the Tigers be going for 2 here, Lucas, down by 5?
Yeah, you'd think we would, wouldn't you?
And Ian Youngdahl's out there to kick this away.
I'm kind of surprised.
But Spencer is setting up with a...
Ty, you'd think you should be going for 2 here. You really would.
And now the Tigers will reset. They had the swinging gate formation, and now a penalty flag is thrown. So the Tigers had some trickeration here with the formation. But unfortunately, the side judge not happy with... And it's against against Humboldt. Offsides is the call.
That's even better.
Defensive offsides is the call. Wow. I did not see that coming. Again, I need to stop guessing on what the penalties are.
Well, it's been an unconventional play called game for officiating here on just bizarre things. Not saying good or bad, but bizarre. And so now we're going to go with 1 yard. We're saying forget the gimmicks. Maybe we just run our offense. What do you think here, Mark?
Yeah, I think you totally throw that swinging gate play out the window here. And Line up now with the traditional offense as Jack DeWitt runs onto the field.
That play went 12 plays, 56 yards, 2:50 off the clock. And you bring Klein in here as the other tackle.
Jack DeWitt trying to get everybody lined up. Everybody power to the right side with the two backs leading the way. Toss to John Nissen. Football's on the ground, and John chases after it. Did he get on top of it in the end zone? I think he might have. Did he cross the line?
He's in there. I think he's on. I think it's 2 points.
And it's good. The ball fell forward, bounced off of the knee of John Nissen, and the Tigers get the fortunate bounce in their direction. My goodness gracious. 42-35 Spencer, just like Coach Ty drew it up. 49.8 seconds left to lead. Is 7 for the Spencer Tigers here on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm going to miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Or maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
(42-35), the Spencer Tigers lead. 49.8 seconds left. Still a lot of football to be played in this one, though, because Kaden Matson more than likely going to have a chance with the football in his hands again. Now the Tigers' first task is kicking it away and securing the tackle after a good kick. Back deep is Will Orness, who's been a thorn in the side of the Spencer Tigers in the second half. Ian Youngdahl approaches the tee. Kicks it away, a high pop-up kick. I like the call here. Jacob Heyer will make the catch at the 20. Heyer trying to get to the sideline, and Teron Green absolutely exploded one of the blockers for Humboldt as Teron just lit him up. It was like he was in the jammer machine back in the weight room.
Well, the nice thing about it is you stayed in his lane and it forced him to the outside to go out of bounds.
That was a beautiful kick. I mean, look at where now Humboldt starts, the 26-yard line, and that comes off of the short kick, which you might think, well, we don't want to do that because it will give Humboldt good field position, but no. The Tigers executed it.
And no timeouts here. So the Tigers are with two deep here. You got Evan Johnson and Landon to cover two over. Keep everything in front here.
Two high safeties for the Tigers. 1st and 10, 26-yard line of Humboldt. Throwing it deep is Matson down the sideline. Carter coming back for it, intercepts it.
And
did he make the catch clean? Yes, he did.
No flags, Mark.
No flags. Carter comes up with the football, and the Tiger celebrations begin. I'm not surprised they went downfield, but it felt a little early for that kind of a heave.
Yeah, you know, he's so dangerous. They can do so much. I'm surprised coming out of the gate he went long.
And you know what? Part of that makes me wonder, too, is that a different play call with if they had some timeouts?
Right.
No timeouts, that completely changes the calculus there for Humboldt.
It does, but in high school you get a first down, they get it set, you know, they're fast enough in the line. We're not one to second guess. We'll take the interception by Petzenhauser, and the Tigers go into the victory formation.
The Tigers stand over the football, will kneel it down with 38.8 seconds left to play. Jack DeWitt, the snap, takes the kneel, and the play clock resets. Tigers will not need to snap it again. So the Spencer Tigers are going to earn the victory 42-35 as the clock winds down to 25 seconds left.
What a game, Mark. What a game.
And I'm going to wait till all zeros for this one because...
Well, you see guys shaking hands and talking. Well-fought, hard-fought game on both sides.
And you can't say it wasn't fun. I know that was a fun game. Tigers go back and forth. I think the blood pressure for you is probably a little high, but...
You know, I'm not going to deny that. This was a game that felt like you were a dad more than a sportscaster.
That's true. So the final score, Spencer 42, Humboldt 35, as the clock reads triple zeros. And now the Spencer Tigers come over to the sideline and celebrate a second-round playoff victory. And now we'll go out to shake hands with the Humboldt Wildcats. Now, we immediately, of course, we'll talk a lot about this game in the Tiger postgame show, but we start to think about the next time out. And we'll find out apparently tomorrow at noon where the new pairings are going to be set and where the Spencer Tigers will be headed and who they play. And we'll talk to Coach Ty about that as well when he comes up to join us on the Tiger postgame show as Spencer gets the victory 42-35. You're listening to Tiger Football, Post-game show on the way next here on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
We have several convenient ways to pay your bill with Spencer Municipal Utilities. Sign up for our bank payment plan and have the amount due taken out automatically on the due date. Put your payment in the mail. Use the drop box in front of our office. Make a payment online through our website or mobile app. Utility customers can make a payment by phone. Our payment window is also open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. As a reminder, until we have our billing systems completely integrated, we aren't able to take your communication payment by phone. If you have questions on what might be best for you, or if you need assistance setting up a different payment method, feel free to give our customer service a call at 580-5800.
Spencer Municipal Utilities. We keep you connected to your world.
At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we keep you connected. Your heating and cooling system keeps your home comfortable all year round. We all expect reliable electric service when we need it. Whether it's turning on the lights or operating appliances throughout the day, you and your family rely on it day and night. At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we are keeping you connected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We keep you connected to your world.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Across the country, we walk, carrying flowers that signify why we want to end Alzheimer's disease. But what if, one day, there was a white flower for Alzheimer's first survivor? What if there were millions of them? Join us for the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's. Register today at alz.org/walk.
If you notice that a streetlight is out or blinking, please go to our website at smunet.net and click on the Streetlight Outage Report link, and we will send out our customer service representative to get it fixed.
It's the end of the day, and you just realized that you didn't stop at Spencer Municipal Utilities to pay your utility bill. Sign up for SMU's bank payment plan and start paying your bill the easy way. Stop by our customer service center or find the form on smunet.net.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
You smile.
42-35, our final score here at Dale Norton Field in Spencer. I'm not sure I expected 77 points scored in this one when we got here tonight, but man, what an exciting game with a lot of fireworks. Let's jump right into the scoring summary. Spencer started the scoring in the game with a John Nissen 58-yard touchdown run. The extra point was no good from Ian Youngdahl, just Ian's first miss of the season, and he would bounce back in a big way from that point forward. For the Humboldt Wildcats, a quick response, 8 plays, 62 yards. Kaden Matson with a 1-yard touchdown run, and the extra point no good, made it 6-6. Spencer and Humboldt as we moved into the second quarter. A long drive that I believe spanned the two quarters. 11 plays, 84 yards, 4 minutes. Kaden Matson with a touchdown pass, 9 yards to Gabe Goodell. The 2-point conversion attempt stopped by the Spencer Tigers, and Humboldt would lead 12-6. Humboldt would then give the football back to the Tigers, who responded with a 5-play, 65-yard drive, 2 minutes and 18 seconds off the clock. Kenny Rash with a 14-yard option run for a score. Ian Youngdahl's extra point was good, and the Spencer Tigers back in front, 13-12, and that would be the score at the halftime break. Spencer with a 1-point lead. Moving into the third quarter, Humboldt with the first points of the third on a 9-play drive that went 55 yards, 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Kaden Matson with a touchdown from 9 yards out on the ground, and the extra point good for Humboldt as the Wildcats took the lead 19-13. Then in the third quarter, the Spencer Tigers and we were not done scoring by a long shot. We would have 5 fourth-quarter touchdowns in this game here tonight. Started off with a John Nissen 12-yard touchdown run. Ian Youngdahl's extra point good to put the Tigers ahead 27-19. Then Spencer scoring again, this time on a John Nissen 2-yard run. Youngdahl's extra point put Spencer ahead 34-19. And at that point, Spencer leading by 15 with 9 minutes left to play. You started to feel really good about the Tigers' chances in the game, but then the Humboldt Wildcats come back with an 8-play drive, and it was Kaden Matson with the score as he goes 24 yards through the air to Jacob Heyer. 2-point conversion good for Goodell, and it made it 34-27 Spencer Tigers at that point. The Wildcats would try an onside kick, get the football back, and then Kaden Matson to Will Orness on a 6-yard touchdown pass. 2-point conversion attempt from Humboldt. The Wildcats go for it to try and take the lead. They convert and take the lead 35-34, which gives the football back to the Spencer Tigers with about 3 minutes left to play. The Tigers go 12 plays, 56 yards, 2 minutes and 50 seconds off the clock. John Nissen into the end zone from 2 yards out, and then converts on the 2-point conversion, getting a fortunate bounce as the ball bounced into the end zone. John was able to fall on it for the 2-point conversion. So the Spencer Tigers go up by 7, seal it with an interception at the end of the game. Carter Petznauser taking it away from Humboldt, and the Tigers get the win 42-35. I'm joined now on the post-game show by the head coach of the Spencer Tigers, Coach Jim Ty. Coach Ty, here tonight, story of the game. It never really felt like the Wildcats ever stopped the Spencer Tigers. The Tigers really only stopped themselves on the offensive side of the football. And the Tigers defensively come up with that stop when they need to on the last play, getting the interception.
Yep, we're very fortunate, and we didn't play our best game, and yet guys competed really hard, and you know, that's a good team. I mean, they were 5-3, yeah, and they're 5-3, and they lost to Webb City like we did. They beat Storm Lake, 28-7, and I think they beat Heelan about the same score. So we knew, this was going to be I guess I felt we could move the ball, but I knew the quarterback was going to be a handful, and like you said, we did some things that kept them around, and then you have some breaks that that go against you, and but you don't want to get to that point. If we take care of our business, then those breaks that go against you don't matter.
Yeah, and that started off by a little bit uncharacteristically the Tigers turning the football over twice in the first half, but to still take a lead into the halftime break, that kind of showed you that the Tigers, they're still have the game kind of where they wanted it.
Well, yeah, I really felt, we left a safety on the board, we left the punt return on the board, we left a touchdown or a field goal, and so we just, we didn't, that's when we could have really, maybe put the game away, especially early, but then we let them hang around, and they've got athletes that really caused some issues and made some plays, and they got some breaks, and that's the way it goes.
And for their offense, they have so many different things that you have to defend. It just makes it so difficult to stop.
And the quarterback is just so, it's not like he's, it's not like a Matt Finneran type thing, where he's just juking all over. He's just slick, and
it always seems like the way they have it set up for him, he always has another option of a play that he can make.
It's a well-designed offense, and I guess 42-35. That's a pretty good high school, exciting game. I don't really care for it.
You know what though? It's a playoff win, and that's all that matters.
You just move in advance, and as I told the guys, I'm sure we got another home game because we were fortunate to this morning win the toss, and so we got the #1 seed out of our district.
So that's a done deal then.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Tigers will be at home next Friday night, but we do not know who yet.
No, we'll know about noon tomorrow. So I don't know.
Okay.
It'd be nice if one of those teams from down by Des Moines had to drive up here, right, for once.
That's true. That would be nice. Maybe we can put in a good word and cross our fingers and hope for the pairings tomorrow. We'll find that out again tomorrow. But, Coach, once again, congratulations on what was an exciting game from our perspective. Enjoy the win, and we'll look forward to next week.
Okay, thank you.
Spencer Tigers get the victory 42-35 over the visiting Humboldt Wildcats here tonight. And you just heard from Coach Ty that the Tigers did win the coin toss, which means that the Tigers, along with Boyden Hull Rock Valley and Sergeant Bluff Luton, they were trying to determine who technically is considered then the district winner, although all three are partial winners of the district title and all three are district title winners. You had to determine for playoff seeding purposes and who will play where, who is the district winner. So the Tigers winning that coin toss will get to host a game next Friday night. So exciting times all the way around here at Dale Norton Field in Spencer. Let's take a look at the game stats. We'll start off with John Nissen. The Spencer Tiger B-back was immense in this game tonight. 26 carries for John, 268 yards on the ground, and 3 rushing touchdowns. Jack DeWitt carried it 11 times for 62 yards and a touchdown. Kenny Rash with 4 carries for 17 yards. And the Spencer Tigers would rush for 387 yards in the game. Through the air, quarterback Jack DeWitt was 1 of 2 passing, a 23-yard pass completion to Evan Schmidt. And the Tigers go for 410 yards of total offense. For the Humboldt Wildcats, leading rusher here tonight, no surprise, quarterback Kaden Matson. He carries 24 times for 130 yards. Second leading rusher was Jordan Jensen, 5 carries for 27. The Wildcats rush for 167. And then Kaden Matson through the air goes 10 of 20 passing the football. Make that 10 of 21 after that last pass intercepted by Carter Petzenhauser. 156 passing yards. His leading target here tonight was Jacob Heyer, who was able to pull in about 80 yards receiving. Gabe Goodell with 2 catches for 43 and a touchdown. 323 yards of total offense for the Humboldt Wildcats. And Lucas DeWitt, as I look over this, the Tigers also finish -1 in the turnover category, but getting that takeaway from Humboldt to get the football back in the second half was obviously a huge momentum swing, and the Tigers find the way to overcome some penalty problems, although Humboldt had its issues with the penalties as well tonight, and I'm sure that's something the Tigers will be trying to clean up going to the next round of the playoffs. But first, what do you think about what Coach Ty just told us about the Tigers getting to host a second home game next Friday?
That just you win your district, and it was a tie. They flipped the coin. We get the call. We needed a break. 2 home games in the playoffs, phenomenal. Final 16 in the state.
You know what? I think the Tigers has kind of had some of this coming for all the years, like Coach Ty talked about in the first round of the playoffs, where Spencer would have to go to Creston, have to go to A.D. Amadell. You know, it's a little bit maybe of good fortune coming back going to Norwalk. Maybe it's a little bit of good fortune coming back the way of the Spencer Tigers, who get the victory here tonight.
And you know, you don't get any extra credit or any extra anything for style points.
No.
But the Tigers able to work through some adversity. I mean, to go down late in the fourth quarter after being up 2 touchdowns, you know, just held it enough together to drive down the field. I mean, that says a lot about that team and a lot about them sticking together. And that's just character building.
And we think about all the positives to take out of this one. You take away the turnovers, and Humboldt never stopped the Tigers offensively.
No.
I mean, there's a couple punts mixed in, but it was the Tigers stopping themselves on offense. And defensively, Tigers are not going to face a Kaden Matson. They'll face similar style quarterbacks, but he is the yardage leader in Class 3A for a reason. He makes plays every single game.
That's exactly right. And you know, the Tigers contained him enough, Mark. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, sometimes when you're going against a great player, you just have to do enough. And the Tigers did that on the scoreboard, getting the win tonight, 42-35. Couple of final scores for you here tonight before we wrap things up on the Tiger postgame show. Boyden Hole Rock Valley 42, Storm Lake 0. That was a final huge win there for BHRV. Sergeant Bluff Luton beating Denison Schleswig tonight 44-14. And we will have all of those scores for you on our websites later this evening, and then we'll have them tomorrow for you on the radio as well on KICD. So once again, our final score from Spencer. The Tigers get the win 42-35. Spencer improves to 6-2 on the season. Humboldt's season comes to a close at 5-4 as the Wildcats fall here tonight. For Brian Schmidt back at the KICD studios, for Lucas DeWitt, I'm Mark Magnuson. You've been listening to Spencer Tiger Football. Join us again next week, third round of the postseason, as the Tigers advance in the Iowa High School Football Playoffs. You've been listening to Tiger Football on KICD Radio. Oh, I was off? For how long? What in the world? 9:54 was when Beaster texted me. What time is it?